with that, welcome everyone to Grave Hunter Games Dungeons and Dragons, where we start off with session 6, picking up at the Beastmen camp. The Beastmen chieftain has been defeated, the camp laid to waste and plundered, and the party in the midst of discussing their spoils.
Spoils including a totally not cursed axe.
A totally not cursed axe, because 100%. The wizard does not have to identify. Any magic items that have been found haven't been identified.
And identify does not work on cursed items.
Are we ruling that? Is that because those two different?
That's the base rules. Yeah.
The base rule is that
some will
it
state
identifies
otherwise,
the item, but doesn't let you know if it's cursed.
Isn't it so much that it doesn't work on identifying the curse? Like the rest of it, you know what it is.
Yes.
But
I know exactly what it is. It just doesn't tell me what the curse is.
Yeah. So you be like,
exactly.
oh, this is no a +1.
Unless stated otherwise on the item itself.
Yes. Like.
Right.
The example.
Vulnerability armor. Yeah.
It's me helping out the audience at home. Hey.
The bag of holding that we don't know about yet.
I do know that we left off on Craig and me talking.
Backstory time.
Scheming.
What? It's not scheming. It's not scheming.
I'm just
It's
surprised
getting
it's
to
taking
know
this
the
long.
party.
There's a difference between scheming and talking shit. Scheming.
Are you talking
Scheming
shit
is when
about
you-
the other players?
Yes, but we're not forming a
Scheming.
plan.
Scheming.
It's not forming a plan. Scheming and talking shit are two different things.
Slander-
Scheming involves plan making.
No.
Scheming involves plan making. Talking shit is slander. It's two separate things.
You should make a poll for your Twitch streamer.
Is it scheming or slander? Or both? But yes, Iris and Craig were in the midst of discussing their like-mindedness, if I believe. They're not so much an alliance, that would be scheming, but
Yes.
talking shit about the other players.
It's not so much talking shit on Craig's part, just, slight disappointment at being lied to.
I'm not
No matter the
scheming.
reason.
I'm just disappointed.
Yes.
I believe Jean Ralphio and Kieran are talking about the bag. Somewhere. Outside the tent.
Yes, discussing.
I am currently sticking things in the bag and taking them out.
They're trying to
In,
explain it to me,
out.
and I don't get it.
extra-dimensional spaces.
Time and relative
Appropriate
dimensions.
extra-dimensional spaces. Yes, as you put things into the bag, you reach as far as you can. There's no bottom to it, and you pull it back out. If you're holding it, or if you think about it being in the bag, and you go to reach in for it, you pull it out. You produce the item you're thinking about as well.
Does he get it yet?
This is a funny thing. I'm gonna have to think about it.
I throw him in the bag. I take the bag of holding and I just yoink.
I should be able to make a save against that.
You should.
You want to be posting grapple checks?
Definitely can do that.
Are you sure about that?
V is just watching amused.
I rolled a 1, but I'm a halfling, so I get to
So you
reroll.
get to reroll
That
those.
is true.
Oh.
I'm just getting my.
Oh, 12.
I also rolled a 12, so I think on a
Oh,
tie.
nothing
Meets it, beats it, yeah.
If it meets it, it beats it.
Yeah. So you go to put the bag over his head, you're gonna fend him off, push him away, and you're like, ah.
No,
Well,
please, and you will understand. It's easier if I show you.
Just by threatening the over your head like a potato sack, trying to abduct you. I mean, you don't instantly die when you go in there.
No,
No,
you
you
hold
just
your
You
breath.
just hold your
suffocate.
breath. Yeah.
Which is worse. Because pain.
No, you can survive for 10 minutes.
Wait, I'm not in the bag. Let's
No.
be
No.
clear.
It's like, if you
No,
do
you're
get in
not.
the bag, you're gonna be okay.
Yes. What's everyone else up to?
Yeah, well, Craig was talking to me. We left off kind of on that cliffhanger.
What was the cliffhanger?
You were asking me something about what happened to my tribe.
Backstory.
Yeah, so we'll just assume that I asked that question because I don't remember how I asked it and don't want to screw up continuity.
Caitlin really wants a backstory.
It's
Well,
that
because-
time of the game.
No, It's more
I'll
of
get
like
my
we left out on the.
popcorn.
You think that, but no. No, because we left on that weird cliffhanger, so I didn't know how you wanted to approach it. So.
Yes, William. William, how did you want to approach it?
You can pick up where you left off, I should say.
Yeah, that works.
Give some exposition to your backstory if you so choose. I do know that while exploring the bag of holding, you were also loading up John Ralphio's disc of holding things with as much crap as you could.
With the
As much crap as I
assistance of
can on
Sven.
a 3-foot circle, up to 500 pounds.
Now you're piling stuff on. Some of it's falling off because it's only 3 feet in diameter. So some
Gold
things are
on the bottom, and then anything we don't care about losing on the top.
So when Craig is asking me about that, Iris kind of takes a look at everybody and pauses. And she just kind of looks at Craig, and you see her like kind of holding this necklace. It's like a piece of wood carved into something. And she just kind of looks at him solemnly, and she says, I don't think that's the best time to ask about that. Judging by... And she, like, holds her side again. We're a bit beat. And...
You know what, Iris? That's perfectly fine. You know, you set your boundaries, and that is a very reasonable response to being asked a very personal question at a time of crisis. And I will respect those boundaries, and I will let you, if you wish to tell me at a later date, that's perfect cool, that's cool, that's twite. And I won't broach the topic until you want me to. And I pound it. Huh?
She, like, holds out her fist. She's like, what, do you want me to punch you?
No. And I hold her fist. It's like, this is what we do at the temple, right? It's like, boop. And there you go. That's called a fist bump.
It's a little boop. It's like the gentlest little touch you've ever, like, with the fist that you've ever found.
And what does that signify?
Well, it's a sign.
Like...
It's a sign of respect, bro.
Oh, is it?
It's like a high five, but cooler.
Oh, okay, like that thing where people put their hands together.
Yeah, like that. But it's this.
So is it like the harder I bump you, the more respect I give you?
No.
Douche. Just clock.
It's like
no, there's not really
Independence Day.
There's not really like a scale to it. It's just sort of like, boop, it happens.
Oh, odd. Okay. Fist bump. She like tries to tap it, but she probably like hits her knuckle just slightly adjacent, and it kind of hurts just a little bit.
Okay, well, you know what? That's your first time trying it on your own. We'll circle back round to this.
Sure. You know, if you want to talk about family stuff, I know you brag about your mom and her good genes that she gave you, apparently.
Oh, yeah, they fit my ass perfectly.
Smooth. Oh my god. Oh, could you be more corny? Oh my god.
Nope.
She'll go, oh, is that what they're called? I thought they were just pants.
Yeah, no, they were a bit long for me because she's much taller than I am, but so I, like, cut off the legs, but, like, you know, everything else just kind of
So are you, like...
gets up there.
Are you going to be... Are you still growing, or are you... Is this...
No, I think that's about it.
Huh. And she just kind of awkwardly, like, pauses.
He's looking up. He's tall, but she's taller.
Yes.
Guys are so awkward.
I'm gonna eat charisma, motherfucker. This is how I do.
Social skills.
Social skills. What are
Role-playing
those?
faithfully
Guys are
to our
good.
Yes.
characters.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are good.
I'm just gonna go to Kieran. What are they doing over there with that bag? I gotta kind of take a look at that.
So,
I think they're undergoing some sort of scientific experimentation, you know, where they built a thesis. Now Jean Ralphio is trying out experimentation.
While
to
you're
support the
explaining
thesis,
this,
and you're
just-
walking away.
while you explain this, Iris just kind of just stares like blankly at you, like one in out ear, one out the other, and she just kind of goes right, and she walks away.
too many big
You're
words.
walking away.
She walks to Kieran.
Iris, we need your help here. I need
People
him
said
in the
that intro to
back.
science class was a bad idea.
What? Why do you
I'm
need to?
casting guidance.
Wait, on who? On yourself?
Myself.
Okay. Wait, what's happening? Why are you putting him in that bag? What's?
I must make him understand.
We're trying to understand something over here, Iris.
What are you trying to understand?
The inner workings of a bag of holding. Also, never, ever put a bag of holding in a bag of holding.
Wait,
I did that once. My parents will never stop talking about it.
Wait, what happened exactly?
You don't want to know.
There's a reason
No, I
why
really-
they
I
moved
really
to
want to
Aldorf
know.
and got a new home there.
No, I'm curious. What exactly happens?
Well, let's just say everything near it ceases to exist.
While he's explaining this, I'm taking Kieran away from him.
No, get back here. Get back here.
He's not letting go of the handle.
So to keep it like underneath his chin so it doesn't go over his head. He's like, no.
I'm basically trying just to get him out of the bag because it doesn't seem like he wants to be in there.
He does not want to be in there.
No. So, you just stuck your whole arm in there and just went all the way. Is there like a bottom on it?
The
If I'm
not that I'm aware of.
understanding this right,
Hmm?
you can put a lot of stuff in here.
A lot of stuff.
More than you'd think. would
Really?
hold.
Way more than you think.
Like, let me try something. And I take one of my javelins and I just kind of
No,
put it
no,
in.
no, 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 no pointy things. No pointy things.
Oh, what am I supposed to put in it?
Coins, heavy stuff, nothing with sharp edges.
Oh, because it'll rip, right?
Yeah, and then rip bag of holding is not a good
Oh.
bag of holding.
What happens if it breaks? It just breaks? Is there a way to
I
like
did that once,
stitch
and
it?
it was filled with about 500 pounds of ball bearings. 500 pounds of ball bearings on the floor.
Whoa.
Why and where? How would you get 500 pounds of ball bearings?
They are
We need a
surprisingly
prequel.
affordable.
Yeah,
Thieves
yes.
Guild?
But
Thieves
why-
Guild?
Don't you like?
I was getting
not to worry
really
so
into
much
the
about
latest Tom Clancy book, okay?
Okay, well,
Tom Clancy is now canon.
I will put my head in the bag of holding. I just want to see if there is a bottom or not.
that you open up the bag and you like stick your head in, and like you can bring it like up to your shoulders, and your head's like fully submerged, and it's almost
What do you
more
see in
space
there?
than the bag is because you got a big head. But like it's just like void.
She stares into the void, and the void stares
There's
back.
back.
It's like the night sky in here. It's
It
it's
meows.
big. It's
It-
vast. It's
It
big.
wants chicken.
Vanny perks up at you saying it's like the night sky. Oh?
Hmm.
You don't say, dearie. May I have a look then?
Like I don't. Can I hear her while my head's in the bag, or is it?
Probably not, actually.
You're not.
It's open.
Yeah, exactly. You're not like closed in it. You're not within the bag of holding. So
Yeah, but
you're
like it'll be
still-
like a potato sack over my head.
That's what I mean, yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
how
So
are
there's-
you telling us what it looks like if you're...
Yeah, that's also
hear
true. Like
us.
we might not even be able to hear her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
True.
Her voice is muffled, but you do hear it because it's open at the top. She's not completely enveloped in the bag. It's not
Like
that
she's
in the
far
bag.
away?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like instead of hearing her like this
Can I breathe?
Yeah.
In...
for 10 minutes.
It's open.
There's 10 minutes of air in there.
She's not
So-
closed in the bag. She's breathing
So,
like
like-
the air is still outside.
So I take it out and then I put it back in, and I just keep looking around like, this is amazing.
This is the
And-
scene from Ace Ventura. He goes like, oh,
V is gonna look at Stig Sack and be, you should put your dick in that.
Can you believe these idiots? Hey! You're done fucking around. We can head back to town, collect our
We're
reward.
investigating.
I just
I-
stare. I just stare at Kieran, and I'm like, what?
I finally take my head out of the bag. I'm like, it's like the night sky in there. It's really big. That's not any kind of magic I've seen. And I'll hand the bag back to Jean Ralphio. I'm like, just give me like a few moments. Can I just borrow Kieran for a sec?
As I said, you can pry the bag out of Kieran's cold, dead, tiny fingers.
Oh, it's you who has it. Okay.
So you
well,
hand
Oh.
it to me, and then Kieran just like immediately wraps himself around it.
yoink.
Mine.
It attacks this whole time. You're like, you lift it up, put it on your head, and Kieran's hanging off the side of it, like on your back. And you keep like doing this up and down, so he's lifting him up and down at the same time, but with little effort because of
I
how
didn't
strong
realize
you
he was
are.
attached to him. Oh my
He's
god.
like,
I feel-
he's holding on to it for dear life. He doesn't want to let go of it.
Absolutely.
I think when I asked for Kieran, I'm like, oh, there you are. And then like the pain kind of spreads on her side. He goes like, oh, I shouldn't have pulled that. Do you have any healing like herbs or any of that extra magic? I kind of. Oh, I need to sit down.
Can I make
Like-
a medicine check?
Is that your kitty?
It was the kid.
He's yelling.
That
Go ahead.
was
Yes,
the
you can
kitty.
make a medicine check to ascertain her wounds.
This is a child.
Right.
I'd
I
say
would like to
Kieran
see the
should
baby.
keep the bag. He seems the wisest.
What'd you get?
16.
16. Yes, she has, what is it, an arrow protruding from her side, various slashes across her chest and shoulders.
Oh, good.
There's a giant gash in her thigh. You're at 2, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. She's, like,
no.
I'm bleeding.
there's a
lot.
limp in her walk as well. Like, she's having a rough time.
Iris, I'm prescribing some rest.
Sure, but don't you need my help moving all that stuff?
I think we might have a solution, in fact, in this here bag.
Oh, right, you could put things in there. Well, that saves a lot of trouble for all of us. Well, for you, at least.
Also, someone else say something that they were doing so. Oh, V.
Everybody's so awkward.
V.
Oh, I'd say
All day, every
V
day.
is gonna say Kieran should keep the bag because he's the wisest.
I like this fella.
Yeah, that's true. And I already got the dehydrated dragon cum. So, that's fair.
Didn't you give V a bag of good berries as well?
I did actually. At
In
end,
the bag
Yeah.
of that you
Yeah,
dumped out?
I
You
dumped out
emptied the
the
cum out
dehydrated.
and put the good berries in instead.
Yeah, to give to you.
I forgot to
there
write that
was-
down in my inventory.
Yeah, there was nine good berries in that bag, and I kept one for myself.
24 hours, okay.
Yeah, they're good for 24 hours.
Okay. I think Iris will just kind of take Kieran's offer and sit by a tree and just trying to catch her breath, trying to get some, whatever cloth she has in like her pouch and trying to staunch the wound and stuff like that. General stuff she's lived on
Stuff.
in the, prowling in this forest and stuff. She's good at tending to wounds and stuff.
No, she's like survivalist, right? So. Okay. Yeah, so you lead up against a tree, start dressing your wounds as well as you can. Is anyone else in the party want to just be in the camp? Talk to anyone else in the camp before maybe taking a short and or long rest before leaving?
Didn't we already long rest?
No, we haven't yet.
Not since the combat.
Oh.
Vanny would have heard John Ralphio's explanation of the bag, correct?
Yes.
If you say
Yeah,
it
I
loud
think we
enough,
all
yes.
did.
Never put a bag of holding within a bag of holding. Now, is it canon that your hair is bag of hair holding?
Bag of
Hair
hair
of
holding.
That's
Hold on.
for me to know.
The hair of
The
holding.
hair of holding. Yeah, there you go.
That's
So-
nasty.
As Sven struggles to try to pick up all the weaponry that I've instructed him to pick up, Vanny would get up from where she is napping and walk over to Kieran. Ah, young man, may I ask a favor of
Ronnie.
you?
Go ahead then.
It seems that my hired help can't carry all that we need to bring back. May I deposit some of it in your bag to be offloaded at the carriage
Oh.
when we get back to town?
Oh. I thought you were gonna say something much scarier, to be honest. I'm happy to
What?
make some stuff for you.
Oh, thank you kindly, dearie, and here you are for the trouble. And she'll take a piece of pound cake out of her hair, give it to you.
Oh, thank
Don't
you
eat
so
it.
much.
Oh, don't worry about it. And she'll walk
Wait
away
a minute.
and go back to napping.
Wait a minute.
What, Cameron? What? What, buddy?
That's a nice shirt you're wearing, Cameron.
Connor, you some bitch.
But what does it say on it? I can't read it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Now, how would you pronounce cake with the umlaut on it?
Cock.
Thank you, Cameron.
Wow.
Was that what you were looking for, William?
Did not notice the email.
On this day on your stream? Was that what you were looking for? Were you looking for me to tell the world that my shirt doesn't say pound cake, it says pound cock?
Oh god, you're so gay. It's great.
Oh my
It's my
god.
favorite shirt, actually. Unironically, I love that shirt. So you're like, which one do I pick? Like, I'm always gonna pick the pound cake shirt.
Yeah.
I did give him a choice. I gave him a choice. It was either this or my one that's a tie-dye that says the gays trademarked.
We're up for a
Everyone's
relationship
little all over
episode.
the place, eh?
Relationship episode. Oh, character building, exposition, and backstory. So you guys take a little rest here. Before I long rest within the 24 hours. So you want to take a short
Is it
rest here.
nighttime?
Just about. It was, like I said, when you guys were approaching the camp, kind of dark in the forest because there's barely any light coming through the tree line. Now it's like dark in, and there's no rays of sun coming from the top. It's starting to get dark, so it's probably dusk, but it seems much darker in here.
I should have prepared a big sign that I could show the webcam that just says, "I have dark vision."
Yeah. I should get one too. You're
I
right.
should get one too.
We have it took like what day from town to get here
From
on
the
foot?
village, yes, about.
Something like that, yeah.
Normally I'd be all for traveling at night, but I'm looking around at the state of us and I think we might need a break.
I think we all do.
Yeah, you guys can short rest here.
I guess. Yeah, we do.
Well, it's
How
about day, but you can take
confident
that
are
long
we that
rest,
we
yeah.
killed all of them and there's not a scouting party that might be come back at some point?
We'll kill them too. Who cares?
We're gonna short rest. or
You know what?
long
I
rest?
like that attitude. Let's short rest here.
I know,
You-
right? Yeah, let's hope they come back with more. Man, I'm liking
Free
this job.
EXP.
I love
I'm
that
just pulling
attitude.
these bodies and piling them.
Well, how big is the tent?
The
I have a
tent is 10 by 10.
Oh,
So-
Well, note
so
that because the tent
fits-
is now in my inventory.
That
Yeah.
fits how many people? That's like, what, 10 by 10?
squeeze
So
it in.
4 people? I have a
Well,
tent
like
as well. If it's
8.
another 2 people.
Yeah, 8, but you're like lying like in a row,
Okay.
or 2 rows rather.
So it'll fit all of us in there,
Yeah.
though.
fit
If-
6 people and 1 person on watch. Right?
It'll be a bit snug, but
Yeah.
less so
Yeah.
I mean,
because
three
there's
of
6 people.
three of us are small.
True.
That's
Actually,
true.
yeah. So not snug at all. It would be
like
a
kitties.
comfortable sleep if you want to spend the night inside of the chieftain's tent.
What do you
I'll
think?
sleep outside.
Same.
I'm comfortable where I am, but Sven, you look like you could use some rest.
I set down a sleeping bag and immediately start snoring.
The minute
That
Vanny
fast.
even suggests that she's gonna try to shove Sven into an already pre-populated tent, Craig's gonna be like, "I'll sleep outside."
You said it's like dusk, right?
Yes.
So my bat's like starting to wake up for the evening, and I'm gonna take him off my shoulders and throw him into the air and say, "Fly, hunt, do whatever." He's
Yes.
Flies off.
Flies off into the night.
Your bidding is
Ah. all right. So we hit the sack and we head back to town tomorrow. Is that the plan, leader? Look
Well,
at
we
you, Iris.
Why are you pointing at me? There's no appointed leader. We all go on a group vote. I think for now.
This is an
She feels
absurd suggestion to you, by the way, Singsack.
This is what?
Democracy is absurd. As you've never heard of this. There's like just one person,
Yeah.
usually the biggest, and they make the decisions. So you're deferring to Iris because she technically is the biggest. You want it to be the war leader, but that was met with resistance. So you're like, okay, I'll allow it. So you defer to the biggest, and she's just trying this idea of asking other people's opinions, even though she's the biggest. Absurd. This is crazy talk almost.
And when Iris says that to me, I look over at Craig and I say, "We all fall in line, us greenskins. Don't worry about it."
Oh.
Rest in peace, my setup.
What?
Yeah.
Cat just walked across my keyboard.
Where did you come from?
I
I
only
missed
got
it.
the
Do I get to
tail
see
end
it
of
right at
that.
the last minute?
Yeah.
Oh.
at least
If I go to the
level.
stream, will I see it the last minute?
Probably.
No.
There's a delay.
It's only like a
Probably
5-second
yes.
delay. It's very short.
Anyway,
15 normally.
Iris feels uncomfortable when you say leader, so she's just gonna suggest to everybody who wants to sleep outside and who wants to sleep in, and who would like to take watch, and then come to a conclusion. Because she says, well, being for me, I don't have good sight in the darkness, but I wonder if Kieran can offer his magics with his
Oh, sure. You
night
can do that.
magic. I need to talk
Here's
to you
the
about
thing.
that.
Here's the
Hmm?
thing.
Yeah.
I sustained no damage in that fight, and feeling rather comfortable in the dark. I don't mind taking first watch.
Okay.
You
Same.
look like you need the rest.
I do, to be honest. But at least we've got the job done.
Comfort. Oh.
I
Yeah.
think. Did we get the job done? I feel like there's a thread missing. I don't know. Maybe it's just the blood loss.
I pull out the arm that I had cut off one of the beastmen, bite into it and stare at her, and I say,
Oh.
"We got the job done. Go to sleep. Rest
Oh.
well."
That, my dude, is a little horrifying to look at,
Well,
as you're just eating it.
well,
That sounds
Not
Hopefully
even
not-
salting it.
There's plenty to go around.
hopefully you don't get
You know what,
shits or the spins.
perfectly good, my little dude. Not
Don't combine
partaking in the flesh.
Can I assess if Beastman meat is not going to upset his bowels in the next 24 hours?
cast
Make-
Purify Food and Drink.
A smart man.
Smart
We were
man.
right to give him the bag of holding.
As you were thinking this, I was going to suggest a medicine check to maybe understand how breed skin biology works, maybe just something different. As Kieran walks up and kind of just, like pokes it, and it looks like it looks appetizing, even to you somehow.
Oh my god.
I think in a 5-foot area.
Is there any other?
V had made a pile of them.
Yeah, I did. Oh, and after
for
I see
us-
Stink Sack take a bite, and it looks appetizing, I'm gonna ask for a bite too.
Say,
Try everything
the
at
best
least
part
once.
the best part of Beastmen is they're mostly bovine.
Just chop into it.
Delicious.
Iris will pass on the meat. She says, I normally don't eat a lot of meat if I can avoid it. But you enjoy. It's your kill, you eat it.
Thanks.
Hey, where's Rabat? Is he gone out hunting?
He's hunting. Yeah. He usually comes back in the morning.
Oh, they're smart.
So wise. Yes.
So
well,
I was
owls are wise. Bats, they can be wise.
I just stare at her with my one eye and I say, alright, whatever you think. Idiot. And I turn around.
thinking.
Do I
Speaking of-
hear this with my passive?
I'll make a. Can I make a sleight of hand or a stealth?
How do you? Yeah.
Stealth.
Are you okay? I did this yesterday in my other campaign that I was playing in. Is a sleight of mouth. Do you have persuasion as a skill?
I do not.
Okay, so make a sleight of hand
Okay.
check, but with your charisma instead of your dex. So if you're proficient in it, you get added proficiency.
Okay, I am not. So add my charisma. So not okay.
Do I roll perception, or are we just gonna use my passive?
Use your
for
passive.
Just
this?
use your passive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's seeking.
So it's 10 plus
Minus
whatever your
one.
modifier is.
So 13.
You just make it. My passive is 13.
Perfect. And then as I turn around and you
Beats it,
don't
beats
hear
it?
that, I say,
Yeah.
"Night, boss.
I think so.
Good night."
Mm.
And I start like making like a perimeter around the tent and looking to see like what I can find. It like just like setting up my watch for the night. Nothing in particular.
All right. Just a side note, I checked the ruling on purify food and drink on like using it on corpses, and the best ruling I found was meat is meat.
Duh.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it checks out. But you consider that's why I haven't given them any like depending on like what he eats in terms of corpses, giving like constitution saves for poisoning. But like if it's just like man flesh, whatever, he'll be able to eat it. His body's
Hell
accustomed
yeah.
to that.
Okay, but what if a creature's still alive though?
That doesn't work, I think.
Well, it's
Oh,
fresher.
definitely.
Or do you mean for the spell?
Yeah, for the spell.
Oh no, it has to be like food, not.
This is like
Then
me
it's still
actually
a
asking
creature.
out loud, what happens if like you try to eat a person who's still alive? Does it count a meat or do they count a living being? Like,
I tried that once, V, and it's from experience I've found out that it's easier to eat them after you've killed them. Now, I suppose if you're really large, like Iris over there, you could probably hold them down and just slowly chomp away. But me personally, with my little hands and my little feet, I find it rather hard to keep them in a grapple and give them a good num 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 num. That's just me. That's just me personally, though. Hey, you try your own things, V.
I was just asking for science.
So my ruling is that if it's still alive, it would be a lesser restoration spell instead of purify food and drink.
DM question.
Yes,
Are the trees blocking out the sky, or can we see parts of it?
barely. It's you got going to dusk, now going to nighttime that you're resting, you're taking camp. You can maybe see a star or two poking through the trees, but you can barely see in the sky. It's a very, very dense forest.
Aaron will sleep in the tent.
Okay. Who
I will-
is sleeping outside?
Me.
Me.
But I'm also
V,
on watch
Craig.
right now. Yep. Is V standing on watch with me or
No, I'll take second watch.
second
Take
watch? So
third.
I'm currently awake, I think is the plan.
I'll
When
sleep in
you-
the tent for this round.
So I have V and Craig sleeping outside with Stinksack on watch.
Oi!
Everyone else is in
Where's
the tent.
Danny?
Oh yeah, I'm outside, but I'm just. I've been asleep for like hours now.
Okay.
I went to sleep as soon as we were done.
Yeah.
She just curled up and then poked her head out to ask you a question, then went back to sleep.
Okay. So let me pull up. Guys, Tyler, is there anything you'd like to do while you're taking watch?
Not if I'm alone. I will, like I said, I would have done like a little perimeter of the area just to, see if I see any signs of patrols or anything. I would have circled back and then started watching the camp.
Okay. Can you? So if you're looking for patrols, I would like you to make a perception check with.
Perception. 8.
You're looking for
We
patrols.
agreed on a variant rule.
All
You
good
can't
in the
roll lower than your.
It's equal to your passive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your passive?
Okay, well then my
Roll.
passive is 15.
What'd you roll? Like a 1?
I rolled a 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how's that a variant rule? That's how it works.
I know. Maybe that's how it
Okay.
works. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rules is written right now. Okay, that's close. But no, yeah, you're looking for patrols, probably particular more beastmen to see if they're coming back to the camp, and you don't seem to see anything coming towards the camp.
Perfect. So then I would have circled back to the camp and just stayed vigilant.
Okay. Are you taking a 2-hour or 4-hour watch?
I could take 4 hours. I don't even really need a rest other than to actually sleep.
Okay.
Same.
Who is taking the second watch? Did you decide? Or?
I am. Yeah, and I'm just taking 4 hours too.
I should be up by now, so I'll join the young man.
God damn it. Okay.
Alright.
I'm trying to avoid the old lady as much as I can during my.
You see that she
Gives me the
uncurls from her ball of hair and just sits there looking up at the sky. And she'll occasionally say something like, "Have you ever wondered what's out there, young man?"
Why are you the way you are? Just walk away.
Straightforward.
Oh shit, that's good. Okay. Yeah. So Tyler Stinksack's watch is uneventful. If you think you see something moving in the bush, could be a wild animal, something, but nothing seems to be threatening the camp.
As we cross off and I head back, and I'll relay that however long ago it was, saw something over rustling in them bushes. Didn't seem too important, but good night.
Who do you say this to? Also, like
Uh,
after 4 hours, I'm back up. Yeah.
Okay, well, whoever is awake. So yeah, it's V, Vanny,
Watch
and
3
John
and 4 is a
Ralphio.
party. God damn.
So as you say that, John Ralphie just goes, don't care, goes to the fire and becomes a one-man party. Just dances for the next 4 hours. Like whatever alcohol he has carried with him, he drinks it all in those 4 hours.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but in my head, he takes like a Beastmen battle drum and just starts drumming on it. So,
Just dancing along to it.
Yes, I am my own hype party.
Play like the Mario theme on it, you know, like those little timba drums there. The shallow drums.
And yeah, I'll go find my rest.
Okay.
go
Somewhere
check
else.
out whatever bush stinks I just mentioned.
No, nothing there.
Fucking liar! As I just walk back.
Maybe a perception check, actually.
Okay, William. I see how you want to do this.
Swallowed by
Okay.
a python, starts suffocating.
Well, I'll have you know, William, I'm not proficient in perception,
It's a swarm of rats.
but I rolled a 17.
Caitlin, you're evil. No, I'm not doing that. Not yet.
Swarm
17.
of giant
17?
rats.
No.
17.
No, you do not. You check the bush. You think you may see something. Maybe that wild animal he was talking about. But no.
Well, 17? Okay, I just go back. Whatever. Cool.
Yeah, so you take your watch. Do you like patrol around the camp? Do you...
Yeah, I patrol around
Okay.
using my passive, which is 11. So
So after about an hour of me dancing, I go over to the bush that Stinksack warned us about. And I just like, as I approach it with the drum, I'm going to waste one spell slot and cast Thunder Wave on the bush. Makes an audible crack up to 300 feet.
this guy doesn't fuck around.
Okay, you
Guess
successfully
we wake up.
thunderwave the bush. Everyone that's inside the tent shakes. As it's literally almost blown off its side, being the bush is near the tent.
You hear V yell, "What the fuck?"
You hear a thunderclap, wakes you up, the tent shakes. What the fuck from V outside the tent. And
So everybody's awake?
everyone's awoken.
I think immediately when Iris gets up, she grabs a dagger and she immediately like is ready to fucking stab something, and then she relaxes like, what in the actual hells?
If
So
you-
after
already
casting
outside the
Thunder Wave,
tent.
I pause for 6
What's
seconds,
going on?
and I keep drumming.
So it's like a huge thunderclap. You listen for a bit, realize it's not raining, and then you hear like drumming coming from outside.
I take a clump of dirt and I chuck it at Jean Ralphio's head. Just it's dirt, not a rock. Just a big clump of dirt, and throw it at his head.
Oh my god.
Get showered with a handful of dirt as you continue drumming.
What the actual fuck are you doing? You're gonna give us away, you fucking fool.
Not all China knows you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else want to do something before going back to sleep?
I am tempted to throw a fucking axe at this guy's head.
All, I think instinctually, Stinksack would have like kind of like jolted like behind a tree to like, you know, ready himself and like scan the situation. I'll just go, fucking mojo man, and I'll walk like 2 more trees down and attempt to climb it and sleep on the branches a little further away to get some more quiet.
Yeah, no, if you take your time, you just climb it at normal speed. You don't have to be an athletic check. It's fine. You climb up and you take your rest there. It's fine.
And just looks around and is everything all right?
I don't know
Anything
if it
happen?
is. Someone it's not raining. What the? Do I recognize this spell?
You're a barbarian, so no.
Have you casted Thunderwave before? Or
No, but I've seen people do it. I give
I
him
mean,
my
you
back,
have as your character.
give him my backstory.
Potentially.
Hmm.
It's
To roll Arcana or something?
Sure.
No. DM says no.
No,
Okay,
no,
no.
Mark.
no magic.
No,
No magic.
no magic.
You don't know.
Okay.
They can make loud booms with their hands if they're of a particular.
As far as you know, I just did a really like I slammed the drum really hard.
And it sounded like thunder.
I get up, I look around, and I look at Jean Ralphio banging the drums, and I walk up to him and I grab the sticks out of his hand and I'm like, would you fucking drum a bit quieter?
Okay, and I just like start drumming, and I just gradually go up to the same volume
Oh my god.
over like a period of 15 minutes.
Oh no.
I am going back to bed.
Oh, some of us are elves, you idiot!
Stinksack just like looks down from the branch, seeing like the failed leadership, and just smiles and comes back to his branch like a little bit more calm.
Rebel glorious
I'm just
chaos.
laughing at the elf who has no regard for everybody's sleep schedule because he doesn't.
Jesus Christ. He's gonna get us all killed from sleep deprivation. I
yeah.
swear to fucking God.
At that point,
Good
V
roll
is just like,
exhaustion.
no, V fucks off out
Wait.
of the camp. I just go away. I'm like, nah, they can get killed over the night. I'm sleeping elsewhere. I just leave. I pass near Stinksack. Hey, let's just keep on walking.
I went back lying down. I put a blanket. I put my head in the bag of holding for like a few minutes. So I can drown out the drumming.
If V is not on watch, Kieran will join Vanny.
Well, no, he does go on watch. Unless he changes his mind.
V ran away.
When it's time for me to sleep, and if he's playing, I am not sleeping at a camp.
No, so you take your watch first, and then would run away to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you take your watch to the tone of the drum and Vandy's random babbling. You hate it. This sucks. You just,
I do.
you pick the worst watch. You decide now maybe you should take first watch from now on to avoid these issues moving forward.
I really want to know what V's internal ranking of everybody in the party is.
One day.
It's like the,
Stinksack.
it's like the fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
of this
Vanny.
party.
And everything falls in between.
Kill is always Vanny. That's fucked. That's for Vanny. Sweet old lady.
Oh.
Yeah, your watch is uneventful. Do you want to wake up Kieran next for his watch?
Yes.
Kieran is already awake.
And yeah,
No,
at
he'd
that
be
point,
asleep again.
8 hours have passed, so everyone who would normally 8 hours would wake up as well for the last watch. It's just V that needs to get V needs to exactly need to get the rest of their sleep.
Yes.
Do you guys like to do anything while the instincts are sleeping?
I throw away the drum. Like, I'm bored now.
An elf with ADD.
There's hundreds of years. Let's see how that goes.
No.
I don't like this.
When you put it like that, Jesus.
They're asleep. I would look around for stuff to make breakfast with. You
Give
know.
me a survival check.
Okay. But also like just stuff in the camp. Because I know they mostly ate flesh, but like in case there was other stuff that they stole and then kept around.
There's something like
And I rolled a 5 for my survival.
Oh my god, give him fucking child meat for us to eat. Do
yeah,
it.
you find.
No.
No.
So you remember that in the crates of goods going to the villages, there's like just rolls of wheat, like bundles of wheat. But even that as is might be a bad idea. So you like survey
No, it
the
needs some
camp,
protein, bro. It needs some protein.
and you find some in the leftover meat scraps on very tiny bones.
Ooh.
That are kind of by the fire, where it used to be. Just a pile of them.
Nope.
Some skin and sinew still on it.
Nope. Craig looks at it, doesn't even think about it for more than a second. It's like literally like 2 milliseconds where he goes, and it's like, no.
I love how you have to fully describe what child meat is. Will, that's...
Welcome to
Who
Warhammer.
hurt you?
Grimdark.
The world!
Us. We hurt you.
This is revenge. Mostly on Ben. We'll get there.
He
speaking
wasn't
of-
even here for this.
Kieran is guiding himself and keeping watch.
Okay. As the group starts waking up, It starts getting a bit lighter in the forest. Can everyone give me a perception check, please?
We're awake, yeah.
Wow, I'm really
Can I choose
Stinksack
not to?
and V aren't awake yet, and yes, you can omit your perception roll.
I stare at the sky.
14.
11, but I'll do my passive instead.
Yeah, my passive is higher at 15.
Yeah, I know shit today.
11 for my passive, if you need it.
Nope. You and Stinksack are still asleep for a bit.
Okay, that's what I figured.
John Raphael, you would like to roll the perception too, or?
I rolled a 5. I'm gonna check my modifier, but it's bad.
What's your passive?
Hang on, give me a second.
I assume.
Passive is 13.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so anyone who got 15 or more. Just Kieran? Alright. Everyone starts mucking around the camp as they begin their day. Probably looking for some food, not quite finding it. Kieran,
Not
you
even
notice...
with Stinksack and I with our survival background?
Survival's. He's asleep.
I'm asleep.
Stinksack's still asleep for a little bit, along with V. And... No, just with the perception. Like flash perception. What's your passive? Is it 14? Iris?
Mine is 14.
Is yours also 14? Iris?
Caitlin?
13 for me.
Okay.
Sorry, you're just saying you, so I
said Iris.
He said
Oh.
Iris 3 times.
God damn it, Caitlin.
This blank face, and I'm like, is she okay? Did a 1,000-yard stare?
Oh, and I caught her like
No, she had a
sitting in the chair.
stroke!
That's why she failed the perception check. Just the trauma. So Kieran, being the one who made the high enough roll, you notice that the reason why Craig can't find much protein, a lot of the bodies from the Beastmen are missing.
I think there's something funny going on. Hey, everybody.
I think when Iris is waking up, she's doing her morning stretches. And she goes, wait, what?
Stretching is important.
Do you wake me up?
Keeps you limber. This is about like 10 minutes before you guys need to wake up anyway. So as Nir makes this discovery, you guys are like kind of waking up from your slumber. You're still half asleep, but you're like waking up. So if you hear them start to talk, you can join that.
Oh, I did say I was piling them up. Would I remember how many I piled up, considering they're huge beasts and I had to carry them? And my strength is 8.
How many did I say you fought through?
A lot.
6
And
of
the big
each,
one.
I believe, and the big one. So it's 12, 13 corpses.
So there really is one missing, right?
Well, did you like chop them up, or did you just like pile them in?
I piled them up.
I
So-
hadn't.
The chief is still
Decapitate
there
them, yeah.
because he's still wearing his armor, unless you guys took the armor off of him.
I took it off. So
No,
I
we-
took it
we
off,
were-
rather.
We took that all off.
He's still
We looted
there,
the bodies.
but you notice from the pile, at least half of them had disappeared.
There
Half of them have disappeared.
more last night. What happened?
I look at Stinksack, man, you can eat a lot for a tiny little goblin.
And I can.
Did you eat all half of them? That's crazy.
No way. That's impossible.
I start sizing him up. Where the hell does it all go?
He got dump truck ass. It was right there.
Oh my god.
Goblin dump truck.
Oh my god.
Look at my ass.
That's a dumpster.
Beastman meat right to the ass.
This
There
is
it
the thing that makes Craig start to question it. Like,
Oh god.
Now, Craig, being greenskin yourself and consuming lots of protein on a daily basis, someone who also is caked the fuck out, this kind of checks.
yeah, just kind of like going,
Stinksack, did you
Yeah.
eat all these fellas?
Oh,
Right.
I mean,
Come.
hold on. Squeakers! Squeakers!
You're yelling for your bat as you realize that you feel like a rustle like in your hood.
Oh.
And he's like kind of like crawls out, like for like sleepily blinking. He like just went to bed because the sun's coming up.
Did you eat all these Beastmans?
Do you have your telepathic link yet?
No.
No. It's kind of like looks at you like not quite understanding. Like there's like a bit of understanding, but like looks at the bodies, looks at you, like kind of burrows back into your head.
It wasn't him. It wasn't me. Don't think anyway.
Well, then,
I sleepwalking.
what was it?
Okay, hold on.
Cast guidance on Stinksack.
Did you
Okay,
see
start looking.
So
Did you see an animal or
Back.
something?
3 things happen at once. Hold on.
Oh, fuck.
Tyler, you hear the demon voice in your head yell, "Run!" Man, you use your thing,
Yeah, I do.
and okay, hold on. I gotta.
Oh man.
Hold on. 2 seconds.
It's a good campaign, guys.
I don't think I have enough water for shit to unravel. I'll be right back.
But we did take we got the benefits of a long rest, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Ben, are you looking at the map currently?
I am currently looking at the map. Why?
So,
Oh.
V, are you where you are?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I'm gonna position myself. Where is the campfire? Because I would be staring at the meat and considering life.
Yeah, I would be right in front of me too. I would have piled them up
Yeah.
away from the tent, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, far enough away to. Can you indicate with? Hold on. Can you indicate with this token where? Let me give you control of it. Hold on.
Is that no? I
Where
don't
I
want
would have
this
piled
guy
them up?
again.
Yeah. So can you control the token?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably really far away from the tent where everybody's sleeping to avoid smells and all that crap.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And where are you situated? In front of the tent there, or near the fire?
Well, at that point, if there's like bodies missing from the pile of dead, I would be right there. And yeah, like what I said I would be doing, I would be doing it right next to the bodies.
Okay. I just need to measure. Yep. Okay. So you.
Wouldn't Sven also be near the tent right now? Because he's way down here. in the
Yes.
Yeah.
bottom.
Let me move him up.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Move
William,
him away
what
from
do
there.
I
Get
sense?
him out of there! Get him out of there!
In this pane here behind the tree, you're getting a very powerful sense.
Do I know what kind?
Yes. Give me,
I don't think you need to tell me.
Don't I?
Oh boy.
don't know.
No.
Just
Location, that's not behind. You know the type. Okay.
Wait, before you say, I've got a meme.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Great, content.
Sweet, sweet content.
Let's go
Sweet
one.
cunt. You for the cunt.
You said it, not me.
I did. I did say
So
it.
who's right next to me at the moment?
Is anyone else near the body, the pile of corpses? Can you move,
Move
your
yourself to the
character?
bodies. Iris, go down.
I'm right where I am. I have not moved in nearly 12 hours now.
Oh my god. You're gonna get sleep
Declared.
sores.
Declared that I guided Stinksack, so I guess I'm next to Stinksack.
Rodents of unusual size.
You what would you like to do?
So,
So just John Raffio is next to me and Bonnie.
Yeah, I guess it could be next to you.
I whisper to John, I say, I'm pointing to the direction, right? Like the pinpoint direction towards where it is.
Yeah.
And I say, there's something that is supposed to be dead, but isn't, walking right there. As I just do the whole drummy thing, giving him the signal to just blow it the fuck up.
Like, all right, let me know when I'm within 15 feet. All right? And I move forward.
Well, I point exactly like the distance. Like,
Yeah, so you're pointing behind this tree here.
okay, yeah, so yeah, he's within. I'm like the tree to be exact. As I draw my swords, by the way.
You drop what?
Oh, I draw my swords.
Okay.
So I move here, and I go 1, 2, 3, Barband! I cast Thunderwave again.
What's the distance of Thunderwave?
15-foot cube.
Okay. Just give me a second here. I'm going to reveal this area here.
And I do need to make a Constitution saving throw. Fortunately, I cannot see them.
So how does that work?
No, I cannot see them, so therefore I cannot use my portents on them.
Ah, okay.
Different effect.
Okay.
Will, I think that you did a cube incorrectly last time. It originates from you, and a 15-foot cube is not all around you. So it's like
it's like it's like 1 square away from me.
Yeah. So it'll be. Can
I can make a square. I think I can make shit. I can draw.
Yeah. Put where you would put your square. That's where you're putting your square.
That's
no, that's not my square. The brown one is my
shift
square.
Yeah, there you go. Very poggers.
I am pointing the tree.
What happens to the tree?
I assume it fails its save. And depending on how much damage you do, it will absolutely splinter it. What's the constitution of a tree, John? See?
What does that
See?
make a Constitution saving throw?
Okay, let me see here.
And my spell save is 13. Yeah, there's 2d8 damage.
That is a success.
So I rolled a 7 and an 8, so it takes 15 points of damage, cut in half, so it takes 7 points of damage.
Okay, so it will take.
And
okay.
Aaron cast guidance on me.
That lasts a minute.
And we were just talking as all this happened. And I just say to Kieran, but anybody around me would also hear, I don't know, I think we need to get out of here. Then I see V pull his swords out. John Ralphio cast Thunder Wave or Thunderclap. And I go, fuck, too late. Get in position.
Alright, so you blast the tree into splinters. Like it takes most of the brunt of the actual blast itself. And second behind the tree are
If it fails its save, it gets pushed back 10 feet.
So
if it succeeds, it doesn't get pushed back, but it takes half the damage.
So we reveal a bit more here. You guys can see all 3 of them.
That poor fucking tree.
Ignore the
What
So
is
behind
that?
the tree.
Oh god. Oh god.
It shifts you, right?
Stupid question.
Yeah,
What
we could see
are
that.
those?
Stupid question.
see
Isn't
that,
Thunder
Willie.
Wave originating from you?
It's a cube originating from me, but the way that works is that it doesn't encompass me. It's 1 square away.
Not a radius.
Yeah. So it's almost like a cone effect, but it takes a cube shape.
Furthermore, it's supposed to be centered on one of the sides, so you wouldn't be able to put it on the corner like that.
Yeah.
But-
It's supposed to be, but I'll allow it. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
for
try
It's snap to a grid.
So
Okay.
the thunder wave
Oh,
goes
the
off.
square isn't. Derek, you can
Also,
move the square
what
however
the
you like.
fuck? What the fuck?
What is this thing?
That's the
Pile of corpses.
pile of dead bodies. That's
okay.
not
Yeah,
the
yeah. So
For the chat, that was represented by a white.
yeah, he used an old monster token because everyone panicked for a second. No, that's the pile of bodies. That's why there's a status
No,
effect on it.
now we're all panicking for a new reason.
So
What the
the
fuck
tree
are these?
splinters, it explodes, and behind it, you see two creatures kind of hulking on the ground with these gigantic claws, completely bare of any hair on their bodies. Giant, sharp-teethed maws that start snarling at John Ralphie as he blows up the tree, one of them being knocked back in the process, rolling on the ground, but then standing up, bearing its claws at him. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Who's is the ugliest baseman I've ever seen?
Hey, I rolled pretty well.
So
Alex?
William,
Yes.
Initiative is an
I
ability
double
check.
checked the rule, and I totally can use my portents for initiative. Their initiative is now 8 plus whatever their dexterity modifier is,
On an
which is
opponent's
still higher than
initiative?
me.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
because
rolling
Hey,
shit
that's
today.
insane.
All right,
hang on.
Doesn't say
Okay, Derek.
initiative.
The problem with initiative is that it's supposed to be individual, but DMs do it for per monster packs just to be quicker. So I mean, it's gonna be up to Will in the end.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't
Yeah.
think if we fight one creature, I think I could definitely do that. But
Yes,
on a group,
that,
yes.
that I would roll yes, but because it's one initiative, because it's the same monster type, there's multiple ones. Unless you were fighting different types of
Unless
monsters,
you wanna
wanted
make
to pick
that
one
one
directly.
monster
Exactly, yeah,
roll separately than the others. All right.
Like a boss and then the mobs.
exactly.
So initiative is an ability check. So if you want to add the guidance, you can, Tyler.
Oh, nice. That's a D4, right?
That's so cool. I didn't know they could do that.
Mm-hmm.
For the
All right,
portent?
21.
The
I didn't
more
know
you
you
know.
Good to know.
You guys can see the initiative tracker, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you guys can add your own initiatives to it.
Oh,
Oh,
Baby.
baby.
Oh.
Indeed.
V out to Jean. Get back, you fool! As he sees the problem that just appeared. Oh god, our wizard's dead.
No, you can tank for you guys.
Uh-oh.
It's a good tank for you guys.
Yep.
Has everyone put in their initiatives?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
How fucked is the poor? Oh my Jesus God!
What is Stinksack's dex? We tied.
Fucking Christ.
14.
What's
It's
Oh.
14, Kieran.
Okay, mine is higher.
Right?
So let's switch that.
15.
Well,
Kieran, you can start us off.
Oh,
You
okay.
see.
Does Kieran see? Okay.
Yeah. It's, let me reveal this too. Did that not work? There we go. Yeah, you can see clearly. Ignore the green.
Oh. What the fuck are those?
What are those?
What are those?
Oh.
fuck if I know, my dude. They look fucking terrifying, and I am probably going to die again. Haha.
See here.
Will, what's your ruling on talking?
Keep
It
it
has to be
reasonable.
within your turn.
Yeah, keep it reasonable.
Okay.
If you want to say like a
Never
sentence
mind
or two, it's fine, but
I already told John to pull back, so
Yeah.
never mind.
Kieran is going to run forward, and then he blasts Channel Divinity.
Ooh.
Pops up his aura.
Nice.
that's on you, right?
Yeah, it surrounds me.
Okay.
His
I'll give you
sword
your
glows.
your area of effect. There you go.
There we go.
Jeez.
30 feet.
So start of our turns, we get D4
End
temporary
your
hit points.
turn.
Derek, high or
D4
low?
or D6?
D6?
It's gonna be D6. Yeah.
Okay.
Derek, high or low?
Hi.
Okay, you're half covered by it. I rolled low, so you do not get the temporary hit points. You're not wholly within the aura.
Right.
That's at the end of my turn, correct?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it doesn't.
So you
take
move
place right
into
now.
the end of your turn to get it. That's fine. I just mean, oh, okay. If you stay there and don't move or can't move.
What do you think is gonna? Oh shit, they're gonna grab.
Oh man.
I love the Realization.
All right.
I feel this is so in character. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, they're gonna grapple me, and I'm the smart one. I should know this.
Kieran, that's your turn, I assume?
Yeah, that's Kieran's turn.
Okay, Singsack.
This rock in front of me, is it, like, how tall is it?
It's like 5 feet off the ground.
Alright, I'm going to climb on top of it.
It's a boulder. It's a nice boulder.
Yeah, so I'm 5 feet higher. And I am... So you said we can see these creatures?
Yes, the tree was obscuring them before, but now that there's no more tree, or it's been blasted away.
Alright. I'm just going to take a regular short bow attack on this guy. The middle guy right here.
Yep.
Boom.
Give me a roll.
Yes, sorry. These are not humanoids, I imagine.
No.
Alright.
Good for them.
Sorry. 20 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of damage.
Okay. Arrow sinks this to its shoulder, and you see it snarl at you. You're distance away. Still reacts to you, but does not keep its focus on you.
Then I gain a d6 temporary hit points, right?
Oh.
Yes. Are you in my aura?
Yes.
Yes, I give you d6 plus 2.
Jeez, okay.
But yeah.
Alright, I'm wrong.
I'll take plus 2.
All right, their turn. They only move 30. All right, Eric. They're going to.
I'm ready.
Yikes.
Run up.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh, what?
Oh god, no.
Oh,
They're all gonna undead tag team you. Oh my god.
so for the Twitch context, you know
describe-
that scene from Justice League where the Green Lantern like goes in, gets knocked down, and just gets gangbanged? Yeah, that's me.
Sleep War. Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
It's my time to shine.
What a good movie.
Can we describe what the creatures look like for the stream?
Yes. So.
William, describe what's happening in front of us right now.
Yes.
Tell us what happened. Hold on.
the stream.
Where's my
It's
microphone?
not me.
I need to have like strong winds behind me or something. Yes. So these three lanky, sharp-clawed creatures take off in a mad dash, charging towards Jean Ralphio as they take this nice, almost intelligent-like flanking position around Jean Ralphio. Iris, this is almost akin to wolves hunting. It's like almost textbook. There's this benign intelligence in these creatures that they know how to hunt.
Malign intelligence.
Malign intelligence.
Intelligence.
Not even that funny, guys.
It's
Well,
now
shut
the
up.
They'll beat that dead
phrase
horse.
I will say.
They'll beat that dead horse.
Yes.
As they run up, their claws aren't like normal, like nail-sized. They look humanoid. They maybe were once humans, but these claws are about maybe 8 inches long. As they extend them even further as they go to slash towards John Ralphio, bringing these claws to bear. An attack each.
Oh, don't beef it, man. Don't beef it.
Are they grappling me?
No, they're all attacking.
They're all attacking. Shit. I am
Oh.
going to portent 2 of them for an 8 and a 9.
Did you not use a portent on? Oh no, because
Wasn't
it
able
was
to. So that will be a 12 to hit.
I believe that is exactly my AC.
A 13 to hit,
That one
Oh.
hits.
and then a 16
Yeah.
to hit.
So 2 of them hit.
Okay.
I blocked 1 at least.
At
So
least
Wait, if
they're
it-
not nat 20.
First
If it
one
hits
downs
it-
them.
Hold up. If it hits AC, it hits.
Yeah.
12 is your
shit,
AC,
they
it
all
hits
hit.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried, guys.
no.
I tried.
No,
First one
important
You
down.
don't have
flush.
shield?
I did not cast it on myself. That would have been smart.
You shield as a reaction.
You
Do have
can
shield?
reaction.
Shield's a reaction.
Yeah, shield is reaction.
Oh, shield. No, I don't have shield. I have
mage
Mage armor.
Oh,
A wizard
The
without
first
shield.
thing you do in the day is cast mage armor on yourself. The first thing you
No
Oh my God,
identify. No shield.
No,
What
the
kind
first
of
thing
wizard
John
are you?
Ralphio does in the day is
Eccentric,
play the
you
fucking
guys.
drum.
The
Yeah,
first
no,
attack
exactly.
does 5, 6, 7 points of damage,
Okay.
and you're an
It
elf,
was nice
right?
knowing you guys.
You're an elf, so the extra effect doesn't work.
Oh.
It specifies,
Oh.
Good thing I'm the one being hit then.
right?
Okay.
3, that's 5 points of slashing damage,
I'm still up.
and 7 more points of slashing damage.
And I'm down.
There is.
Mm.
These 3
Oh my
creatures
God.
pounce on him. One of them grabs at his shoulder, one at his leg, as they pull him to the ground and start digging their claws into his body, rearing their teeth,
Oh my
almost
God.
looking like they want to devour him. Outfield goes down, and it is Iris's turn.
I just love how I slam a tree open and just immediately get ganged.
So we get for deforestation.
Ugh.
Oh my
Don't
god.
cut down trees, black people.
William, I will burn every tree in this
Save the
forest.
trees!
Okay, Iris sees this, they see the creatures, and then all of a sudden Jean Ralphio is completely flanked by these things. I would like to first... Let me just see how far my javelin can go. I'll use all my movement to get to here, and then whistle and go, "Hey! Pick on someone your own size, you wee fucking idiots!" And I take out a javelin and I whip it at this douche right on here.
First one?
As I go down, they are my size.
Also, I'd like, why would you pick on a scrawny man like him and take some meat over here? And I throw the javelin.
Essentially,
thinks I'm
eat my
scrawny.
meat, is what Iris says.
And I rolled a natural
Eat my
one.
mate.
Oh,
Oh my god.
so that is unfortunately a miss.
But-
As
Bonus
the-
action.
okay.
Yeah. I'll let you finish.
the javelin
Sorry.
whistles past the creature's head and lands into the rest of the stump that's behind it, or what remains of the tree after John Alfield destroyed it.
And Iris goes, fuck. Fuck! And
Iris
then
runs towards.
she
Screaming.
will rage.
Okay. Good stuff. Vanny.
That is my turn.
Do you want me to-
Vanny will
here, I'll
finally
roll for you.
stop looking at the sky.
For 10 HP, Kate.
Oh yes, roll my d6. I'm gonna need it. 3.
As
Oh,
she looks
sorry, I rolled
over,
for you.
Oh, you roll for me? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know how it's supposed to work, but
You can roll, it's fine.
I rolled it. It's the 3.
So you get
The
plus
way
2,
we did it
5.
last time is we rolled for ourselves.
Yeah, each
Yeah.
turn.
Just keep
so.
track on their turns. Yeah.
just figure, is it easier for me to yell out the number you get than to remind you? Whatever.
To roll.
Yeah,
Probably.
I like
makes
that.
sense.
Please do that.
You're
for me.
bestowing it on them, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's give you the
That way-
glory.
Yeah,
Roll
if
the
you
2,
forget it,
plus
we can
2 is
blame you.
4.
A 2?
So we have 4.
Yeah.
4? Okay, I'll fix that right away. Cool. Thank you.
Moving right ahead.
Fanny, you look away from the sky to see John Ralphio get absolutely ganked by these 3 creatures. How do you respond?
do they look, in a word, mindless to me? To some degree.
Did you not miss the malign intelligence?
I was looking at the sky at the time.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
true.
My bad. Oh,
Um,
continue.
Do they seem void of self-actualization?
No.
Hmm.
Just ask what you're asking.
And they mate with
I'm
his
asking if
grandkids.
they've got a mind for me to attack.
Yeah.
Oh, inside check.
Hmm.
You roll an insight check.
I'm going to make the judgment based on what Vanny would think they are. That in her past experience, they do not. Even if these ones happen to. So she's going to come forwards, and as she gets up to V, she'll say, "Excuse me, young man. This seems to require more personal touch. May I pass?" And she will slide in between your legs.
Oh, what?
He just
As
like
she
lets
keeps
it go
going.
through.
And she will
Oh,
enter the
what?
center of the three and stand right atop John Ralphio.
Okay.
And as she gets there, in the same second that you see her armor plating form around her, mucus-covered tentacles erupt around her as I cast Evard's,
Blood tentacles.
John
no,
Ralphio
Arms
is
of
wearing
Hadar,
an
Arms of
organ
Hadar,
not
that's
like
what I meant.
this.
Yeah.
Not like this.
As I cast Arms of Hadar.
There you go.
Alright. Did that show up? Oh, there we go.
So it
Strength
is
saves.
DC 13. I'll roll them individually. Pass, pass, pass.
Alright, so then they're going to take half of 11 damage.
So
And that's
Quick
all
question.
necrotic.
Because I'm currently sharing space with Vanny, do I also have to make the save?
Is it? Show
It's
full
all
description.
creatures.
You
Oh my god,
dumb
you
woman.
monster.
That
So
is-
I automatically fail because I'm already incapacitated.
Yes, you automatically fail. So
Yeah, you're unconscious.
You take damage, so you take a death saving throw failure.
All right. Rules be rules, people. I'm not
As
above them.
The arms spring up from the ground and from her body, grasping at and slapping around these three creatures. At the same time, one of them comes up and just slaps John Ralphio on the back of the head. His body, like his body, his little twitch.
Oh my god.
Just take
And I will
5.
stand there.
Did you not try to kill him?
She could.
Is it my
Fanny
turn?
will turn at that from Kieran with one eye open wildly. The strong survive, dearie. That's just the
Jesus
way of the
Christ.
world.
Jesus Christ!
This weird creature in this carapace with black tentacles coming out of it. It's a sight to be seen, of course. V, your turn.
V is gonna immediately turn to Kieran and yell out, "They're undead!" as he just run towards John Ralphio on the ground, grapple action, pick him up, and start pulling him out of there.
I will make 2 attacks of opportunity. Unless you disengage as a bonus action.
Can I? Yeah, I disengage as a bonus. No, I dash as a bonus action. Fuck it.
Alright, 2.
I take the 2 attacks.
What a bro.
Free damage.
Worth it.
Just
Wait,
kidding. I missed the first one.
Okay. I was like,
Okay, I rolled a 5 and a 1, so they both miss. They
Good.
both swipe at you, but they're distracted by the tentacles.
So
Very
I
in my
bonus
aura?
action.
Dash is
Yeah,
what you
bonus
said.
action dash, so I pull him even further.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Ralphio, maybe death saving throw, please.
Don't roll
Anything
away.
but a natural 1, please.
Then temp
Please
HP, V.
14, I pass.
There you go. One pass, one failure.
1 success.
Craig, go ahead.
Alright, I'm
5
gonna
temp
put-
HP to Jean Ralphio.
5.
I
Oh,
get. I don't think
he
doesn't
can't get
get
it
me
when
up,
he's
though.
downed. Yeah, we've had
Still a
this
creature.
discussion with Craig before.
Can't get temp HP while you're unconscious?
I mean, you
No.
probably could. I think that might shield me from like an attack. So
But I don't think it's
Instead of
up
taking
to
2
you. It
failures,
doesn't
it
up
It doesn't
you.
bring him up.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
no.
we discussed this one in the first fight where I brought my bear spirit and it didn't happen because you guys were unconscious. Or Vanny was unconscious.
we've had.
It
This
still
discussion.
gets the temp HP though. It just doesn't wake him up.
I think the best way to describe it is like it's gas like a shield. So, like if someone does
Oh, yeah,
attack
yeah.
me, instead of taking 2 death saves, it would go through the temp HP first and then give me 1.
I thought you were
Right.
saying he isn't able to get it, so that's why.
It
I was-
doesn't.
So it doesn't bring
it
him up.
really doesn't.
Doesn't?
And when you bring him up, he'll have the temp HP.
Because let's say you're downed and you take a potion of heroism while you're dead, it's not gonna do anything, right?
But this effect is
He's not dead, he's unconscious.
I mean dying, sorry, not dead. But yeah.
We'd have to look up HP rules there.
Yeah.
So you're doing that.
A question for the scholars. By the way, what's my temp HP? I forgot to ask.
I believe it was 7.
Oh my.
Wait, it's a D6 though, right?
Yeah, plus 2.
I rolled 5 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2? Okay.
So you rolled a 2 plus 2, which is 4 for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is why I got 8.
Okay.
So according to Player's Handbook,
Roll
it's
that.
exactly as we describe it. It doesn't bring us back up, but it still counts as temporary HP that can protect us from an attack. One thing, please, people, please, if there's a ruling and you describe a rule in the book, please tell us which page it is.
Yes.
Helps us find it.
Okay, boomer. Okay. Fucking
Alright.
guy.
Can I finally take my turn?
Yes, Craig. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, so I'm
Very
all the way
heroic.
across.
That was very heroic of thee.
I'm all the way across camp. I'm gonna use a key point to bonus action dash to get the other way across camp.
Yep.
Nice.
Craig hauls
and I'm gonna-
ass. Across
Just,
camp.
and
No
when
effort.
we say haul ass, don't forget it is a dump truck. So
Caked out. You should get a crop top that says that on that too.
yeah,
Caked.
he just the way you know he's coming is because you can hear the slap, slap, slap of the cakes just coming up behind you.
Oh, really? Do we need to hear that?
Yes.
I'm
and
trying to
I'm
run across the
gonna-
battlefield, but I'm dummy thick and everyone can hear me.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, so he gets all the way across the camp, and he's gonna come at them. He's put himself in the center before. He's gonna come at them from a corner this time.
Yep.
And he'll pull out his stick. Please don't fail. Fuck. Does a 10 hit? I doubt it does.
A 10 does not hit.
I doubted it, and I whiff because today I'm rolling like shit. You are going in the corner as well.
Well, at least you got there.
Your staff down.
I'm down to 1. I was at 4 d20s. I'm down to 1.
It definitely dodges out of the way of your stick attack.
My stick
And
attack.
you're back to the
Yeah.
top
Ooh,
of
and I'll
initiative.
take. Ooh, and Kieran,
Then, Craig.
Kieran, do I get the temps? How many?
7.
7?
7.
Nice. It kept cutting out. I'm sorry. Just wanted to
Okay.
check. E. Yes.
Right. Oh, is it back to my turn?
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Kieran. Cast Healing Word. Bonus action. Healing Word. On Jean Ralphio.
Thank you. How much health do I get back?
4 plus your modifier.
7.
Hey,
Ooh.
that's more than half his health.
Whoa.
That is exactly half my health.
And you have that health plus your temporary hit points, so you are feeling tough as you awake back. Some of the giant claw marks on your body start closing up. Just take a deep gasp as you wake up.
I've
So
seen
I
enough
don't know.
hentai to be excited by that, but I did not like that. I did not like that at all.
Then for his action, he summons a bolt of light, and I need
sorry.
the one closest to Craig to make a dex save.
I'm guessing that is Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
Yeet. Holy yeet.
That is a failure.
Craig.
Really?
It takes 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
Yes, it really is a failure.
You launch a radiant bolt, crashes down on top of it. As it gets it in the shoulder, looks kind of perturbed, but still up. Wounded, but up. Zigzag. Unless Kieran, you'd like to move.
Moves steps forward a little.
Okay.
Stinksack is going to aim at this one directly in front of him, and he is just going to shoot another arrow at him.
You take aim with your bow, and you hear the voice in your head once more. Sick. Avoid sickness.
Oh.
And you hit with
So,
your arrow.
so as I hit, I'll smile and I'll say, so 5 points of damage, and I'll just think to myself, we don't need to eat all of them.
Right.
Keep my distance.
Alright, it is going to be their turn. The one that you swung at, Craig.
Yep.
Just a question about Arms of Hadar. Does that last, or is it just one burst and that's it, right?
Sorry, what's the question?
Arms of Hadar?
It was a
Connor.
burst.
It's okay.
It was a single use, yeah.
Just make sure it's not a effect thing.
That's
Um,
a Bard's Black 10.
7 temp HP.
That will come later, dear.
That's 4th level, baby. Fourth
When
level
I have
spell.
the pool party with all my friends.
Thanks, I hate it.
Don't invite Craig. Don't invite
I've
Craig.
heard the
No.
youngins are doing hot tubs these days.
All three of them are attacking you. Fuck off, Annie.
Yeah. Please.
She piled up under her own hair, just like looking around.
The first one will get a 7 and miss.
Yes, he does.
That was almost
AC
a critical.
15.
Damn it. The next one's going to get an 18 to hit.
18 will hit me. Oh
Not
wait,
you.
who is he hitting?
All on Danny.
Okay, cool.
And
Awesome.
The last one
I love
will
this.
also miss.
Alright, one hit.
Wayne, I need you to make a Constitution save, please.
Oh my. Oh, dear me.
And
A
take
12.
a 12. You succeed.
Was it against being friend or poison? Oh,
No.
I succeed anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But no to either of those.
Okay. Know that I have advantage on both of those, so
Yeah.
anytime they come up.
Well, one of them, they'll start slashing at you as you burst in these giant black tentacle arms. They're all kind of like, and start attacking you, realizing you're the next threat. They start scratching as your carapace, not penetrating through, except one does, and just sneak a jab with its claws in between the carapace, getting to this nice soft interior, the gooey insides. And you feel something as it stabs into you. It pulls its claws out. You can see this almost like sickly black caked goo on their claws that you take notice of. And you realize that maybe you don't want to get hit by that.
Oh dear.
Alright, that's their turn. Iris.
What was the damage on that attack?
That was 7 points of damage.
4
as like,
points, Vanny.
sorry.
Wasn't. Oh, you moved, but
Yeah.
I didn't end my turn inside your aura originally.
Originally, no, but now he moved up, so.
It moves, yeah.
But it's at the end of my turn, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end.
Yeah, you ended.
No,
No,
not
no,
my
no.
turn.
He hasn't
You
had his
moved
turn
since
yet.
then.
No.
Danny hasn't had her turn yet.
It was
Yeah,
my
it's
turn.
after me. So,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, I was
thought
tapping.
it was my turn.
Iris will look at V and say, "You know a lot about these things. Is there any sort of precautions we can do?"
Don't get hit.
Obliterate them and they'll die, I hope, I think. Jesus, I was just like holding John Raphael in my arms.
I'm gonna go hit this dude with my axe.
Ooh.
It's been 2 weeks since I played this. Does a 10 hit?
Nope.
Fuck, I'm rolling like garbage.
You bring your axe down as you swing, aiming all right for its chest as it just takes a step back. The axe sinks into the ground as it snarls at you.
It's the wrong axe. Use the new one.
Shut-
That yells from the
I'm rolling like shit. When he snarls, I just snarl at him back.
Ooh. Alright.
Like a wolf. As I pictured them.
Fanny.
When I last used my tentacles,
Oh yeah,
did it seem
Some
to
HP.
affect them properly, or
7.
did it seem to not hurt them as much as I expected?
No, it's
Beyond them simply.
They'll shook it off because there's also another effect, right? They're,
John, what's my HP?
So
Beyond them just resisting it naturally by not getting fucked by it.
Yeah.
Did they also seem less affected than I would expect when that happens?
Yes.
That's all the
Well.
information you're gonna get.
John, what's my temp HP?
Wait. You're asking about the
Resistance,
damage.
basically.
Make
Yeah.
an insight, please.
Oh, dearie. I'm not that great at those.
I thought you were asking if they passed or not. Not.
Yep, 10.
You can't tell necessarily because the arms are supposed to kind of restrain them. But then you saw that V took John Ralphie out, and they still managed to make those opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
They still able to react normally. So you can't tell if it's because they shook off the damage, or that they didn't take off that much damage past that, or if they're resistant. You can't. It's a weird gray area for you.
For the chat who may not be aware, Arms of Hadar has an effect to prevent reactions on a failed save.
Yes.
They all succeeded, and we're trying to figure out why. Other than he rolled really high.
Oh, dearies. You should not have come in here. Now it seems I'm out of options.
Uh-oh.
Well. And she'll begin to stumble back and forth as she disengages. I believe I will leave for now. Have fun, dearies. As she will wander over beside Kieran. What do you figure? Do you think it was effective?
How the hell should I know?
True. I should test it on you sometime so you can better judge.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Me, it's your turn.
You get 8 temp HP.
Nice.
Keep rolling well.
B is gonna... He's gonna do like a combat roll to the right and pull out his short bow and duck so the goblin behind him can get a clear shot, and he's just gonna draw and fire at the one that is between Iris and Craig.
Okay, the one that's directly in line with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
And he's gonna go for the head. Exactly. He's gonna roll an 18.
That hits.
That's gonna be 9.
Yes, it dies. It had 2 hit points
Not-
left.
Yay!
Okay, cool.
Yay!
So you
Yeah.
do this cool combat roll. You take aim, let loose, and as you're aiming for the head, strikes true in between its eyes as it falls back to the ground.
All right.
Craig's gonna turn around and give you a thumbs up very enthusiastically.
Bonus action, he's gonna do another combat roll and go to the other side. There you go. That's my
Combat
turn.
rolls.
Okay, Link.
Yeah.
He's just like teleporting. And then teleport.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's his turn.
It's another 8.
Oh, and when he passes by John Roth, he's like, "Get the fuck up!" He just like moves. That's it.
So
All
he
right.
gets 8. What did I get? Because we didn't roll for mine, I think.
He put
Okay.
it in the group chat. It was an 8.
Check group chat.
On Discord or?
Facebook.
No, Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay, dokie.
Facebook.
You get 8.
Not sponsored.
Well, thank you.
John Ralphio basically attempts to do a somersault to like get up, fails, then gets up like an old man, walks back 15 feet, casts Firebolt on the furthest one, basically the one that's furthest away.
Yeah.
I do not hit.
What do you get?
I'm not even gonna tell you what I roll. I just did not hit.
No. Did you roll a 1 or a 2? Is that
I rolled a 3.
okay? I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit. You're right.
Yes. So it would be like with my bonuses would be an 8. I do not believe that hit.
No, that does not hit.
And Alphonse. Oh, you need to roll temp HP for Alphonse, please.
Yeah, I will.
Hey.
Oh, that is so broken.
Fucking gross.
Fucking
Amelia's can get 10 HP. That
Twilight
is so
Clarks are
broken.
broken. I just realized we don't have Stinksack's name in the turn order or on his token.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
It was on mine. It's weird.
But it's not shown to any of us.
How about now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Stinks sack.
It's because I did all those changes the week he wasn't here. So he was still missing.
Yeah. I mean, that tracks.
That was a month ago, Will. That's no excuse.
So you can tell me the temp HP later. Alphonse is going to get right in between of them, and prepared action on V's turn. He's going to use a help action on whichever one's still alive.
Okay.
Right.
It's in the chat.
Craig.
Craig is going to run in to here. And he'll do his first attack against this big guy. Does a 13 hit?
It does.
Ooh, beautiful. That will, and he's doing that double-handed, so that's a 6 damages.
Okay. Yeah.
6 damage.
That's
6 damages.
A nice solid whack.
And so yeah, so that stick just is gonna like smack him across the face, and then on the recoil, I'm gonna get him with 2 kicks to the chest. First one is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is another 13 to hit. So
that
both those hit. And and I'm using a key point to do that, by the way.
Yeah, because you're doing 2. Yeah.
You track that. You follow. You understand.
I understand.
So total that's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage.
That kills it.
All right.
Hey.
Right. Is that Craig's turn?
And then Craig is going. How high up is the bird right now?
Above your head.
I can get in here under the bird.
Yeah, you can share space with it.
I get in there under the bird.
All right.
The bird is the word.
Bird.
4 temp HP for Craig.
How much more temp HP?
4. Does reset though.
So yeah, exactly. You keep whichever is highest.
You keep whichever one's highest.
I'm keeping the 7. So just tell me if you roll an 8, and we'll call. Other than that, we'll call it a day. Unless I get hit. I haven't got hit.
Kieran.
Another bolt of light shoots out. Deck save.
All right. Let's roll a deck save.
Can do.
Oh fuck! He gets an 11. God damn it, Tyler. That's a failure on his part. Roll your rajat.
Ooh, okay. 6 radiant damage.
Ooh! A solid
That
bolt of light smacks it in the chest as it recoils in there. Stingsack.
I'm going to take another shot at him with my short bow. Boop, 16.
That hits.
8 points of damage.
8. Oof. It sinks into his shoulder, deep into his chest as well. It kind of locks up for a second. Very badly hurt from that shot.
Get him, V!
I had no sound right now, so I don't know what just happened.
All
It just went quiet, and I felt so lonely. I'm like, where did everybody go?
Guys, you there?
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, hello? Papa, are you there? Anyway.
Oh, Papa,
Oh,
can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, exactly. No, but what did the goblin do?
He shot.
I shot for 8 points of damage, and then he looked badly hurt, and I just yelled, "Get him, V!"
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect.
The last creature is going to go, and it is going to make an attack on Craig.
Okay.
I rolled, don't worry. I'll ride the by my
Roll.
heat. So
Is it
reaches
about-
forward, and its jaw almost like dislodges, it overextends as it goes with a giant bite out of you, getting a 16 to hit.
Oh,
that hits.
Oh, yeah, that probably hits. That hits me.
Not you, Craig.
No, that hits me. Yeah.
Dealing not that much, 5 points of damage as it takes a bite
Ooh.
into you.
And I
Wait.
still have temp HP to spare.
Where's... Oh, there's Craig. Wait,
I'm
where's
under the
Craig?
bird.
He's under
Oh,
the
under the
bird.
bird.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm under the
Disappeared.
As
bird.
it chomps down, but it kind of bounces off the shield that's on your body as it looks confused for a second.
There's no
Iris,
shield
your
on my
turn.
body.
Alright. Axe again.
Flex
Oh,
the
that's
bite
better. Dirty 20 to
Ah.
hit.
That hits. That definitely hits.
Okay.
And just your bonus damage is going to kill this.
3.
So you rolled a 3,
Total?
No, I rolled a 1 plus my 2 from my rage.
plus your strength modifier,
That's true.
at
It's a
least.
javelin, yeah.
So yeah, no, it's my great axe. So 6.
Well, you needed 3, so at least you rolled 1. That's not bad.
You kept me on that suspense well. Holy shit.
Yeah, you slice into its chest as it does a spin and lands on the ground dead.
Good. Finally, I got to hit it.
As I see the body fall, I jump off the rock and run 30 feet forward, and I say, wait, everyone, wait! Don't eat them.
Literally, no one else
It
here
wasn't
was thinking
Zona?
about eating them other than
What?
you, my dude.
Why would we eat them?
You are literally the only one here who has ever shown interest in eating a corpse.
Why would you eat an undead?
Not
He
even a
raised
corpse.
his hand.
Look at it.
I did taste one, but it wasn't really my thing.
Say-
Yeah, no.
As this is happening, my bird uses the help action on the corpse.
All right, I'm happy you all know that. It wasn't that obvious to me, but yes, they are dead. They are undead specifically.
I think that beastman meat probably tainted your brain for a second. Are you alright?
Oh no, that was delicious.
Why did you ask us not to eat them? If that doesn't make... You know what? It's fun.
I'm
It's
not
fine.
going into. I'm not
Hey,
thinking
what
about
are
it.
these things?
Yeah, well,
You know them?
Yeah, V, what are these things?
yeah.
Yeah, V, you shouted
You
out.
see that V is more concerned with John Ralphio's health at the moment, as he's just looking for bites on his body and casually pickpocketing him.
Make your sleight of hand.
Please be under
Sick.
15.
Sick.
Oh, this is sick.
Yeah. Everybody
I'm like,
watches.
Are you okay to just jam my fucking hand in his pocket? Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1. Really?
You cup a feel. You cup a feel on his ass. He has no bites on his ass.
Sorry, I thought there'd be a
Stick
bite in there. Oh.
Wait.
Stick
Can you
Sack
help
walks
him?
over.
By pretending to do a medicine check?
Stink Sack walks over
Yeah.
to V seeing this, and
Right.
Kieran comes over to help.
Kieran's gonna like go over and be like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you all right?" And then, oh well, I rolled a 3. I don't know what I'm rolling, but
Oh man, we're
A
all like
sleight of
dog
hand
shit
as
tonight.
well.
Yeah.
So I go over to V and I just like lean into him.
V is holding an empty bottle of beer in his hand that he pickpocketed from him. As he's just like, really, this is what I could get from this guy?
I say,
Hey, I see what you're doing. I don't care, but this is the kind of stuff that these people don't like.
I'll be fine. I saved his life after all. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
hey,
I
I
did.
kick John
Hell
Ralphio.
yeah, you did.
Kick John
okay.
Ralphio.
They just throw the bottle away. Like, we cool, right? Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, we cool. And I reach into my bag and get like a full flask of like, yeah, we'll just say Scotch whiskey. And be like, here, you can have this for saving my life again.
That's great.
Aw.
That's lovely. Yeah. No, V takes it and just pops it open and drinks it.
Oh, okay.
I would like to decapitate all the heads and then put all the bodies on a pyre and ask someone, I think we should light these up.
are they even flammable?
I don't know. It's only one way
One
to
way
find
to
out.
find out, I start like collecting sticks, and you guys think I'm collecting sticks for firewood, but then you realize like, hang on, these all have pointy edges. You're planning to put the heads on spikes, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No.
No, I'm doing that.
Oh, you're.
Oh my god.
What?
You can add them to the other spikes that have the human and children heads on them.
So, seeing John Ralphio do this, I go, I like where you're heading with this. But hold on a second, boss man. And I'm looking at Iris and I say,
When he
That
says hold on,
seems-
I'm like, yes, I get it. I know exactly what you're thinking. I cast Mage Armor on myself.
finally.
There it is.
He's
and I
learning.
say-
A little
I say
too
to
late.
Iris,
Yeah.
Seems a little dark for you, no? Cutting off heads and all that.
Well, I've heard legends that if you don't cut off someone's head, that they'll come back to life.
What if they have a family?
Like those Beastmen.
Well,
He laughs. He's like, really? Like, you of all people?
Also, isn't like the cutting off the heads thing? Isn't that just like vampires, my dude?
I start laughing and I go, oh no, fucking cut him up.
He's gonna help, and he's gonna be like, we're sending a message after all. Let's just fucking cut it.
Just don't eat them. Promise me.
yep. I promise I will not eat them. I wasn't
There's
planning to.
nobody that wants to do that. Nope.
There was not. I was never planning on doing that in any sense, my dude.
If
Stinksack will
V-
keep a log earth around the bodies. He doesn't go even near them.
if V is helping me out, I'm gonna ask him. So, how exactly do you know about these things?
I concur.
I smelled it. It smelled like dead. There was too many of them. Can I roll a deception check?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
my
that's-
inside.
Natural 20.
Oh, you fuck.
25. Just a hunch. I go.
Inside that.
Yeah, I only rolled a 12, unfortunately. So yeah.
Yeah, you believe him. He
I got a 22, but still.
25. Sorry.
And
Love
That
you
was
rolling
the
at
nat
20.
20 that I needed.
Yeah.
That was the nat 20 that I needed.
God damn.
You wholeheartedly believe that he like sniffed them out, and like, yeah, they smell fucking terrible, so it's believable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, he just has
Sure,
a
clever
nose
fellow.
for smelling them.
Do you live like near a, or did you grow up near like a place that was full of dead people and you were so familiar with the smell, or?
You could say that. Not really though. I could just like start piling them.
Yeah. I start making a fire to set them on fire.
Ben, can you make me a religion check?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Religion. Yeah. Hang on. 3, 5.
5? Yeah. They're undead. That's all you know.
Hail Sigmar. That's what I say.
Well, nonchalantly. Sigmar.
Vanny's gonna go over to a corpse and start to just feel the body.
Oh, no.
Okay. It feels.
I literally have to grab her like a child and pull her
What?
away.
like,
Oh, if you go
You'd
to
have to make
touch
a
her,
grapple
she looks
check
up
to do
at
that.
you with like a wild look in her eyes, but you can see that there's a directiveness towards it as she looks down at the body again.
What is he planning on doing with the body?
Oh, I only wish to know if they're still firm. And I start to feel to see if the bodies are still firm and have strength in them.
yes.
We need an adult.
I just poke it with my quarterstaff.
Okay, it's
I
firm.
use my hands. It's firm.
Yes, they still feel firm.
Ugh.
I go over to one of the heads and I take out my dagger and I start cutting the skull open.
Oh my god, like an avocado.
Like I'm like legs spread on the ground like it's some sort of like toy, and I'm just stabbing into it with a dagger until I get the top of the skull off. How does
Are
your
you
brain
making
look?
undead
I'm
guacamole?
worried.
Is that what you're doing?
She's making a cookie jar out of its skull.
How does the brain look?
Rotten. Absolutely rotten.
That just won't do. Oh well. Shall we go back to town then, dearies?
Wait, Vanny, what?
I'm like elbow deep in brain.
Yeah, you're like
Is
pulling
Vanny-
it out and you look at it like.
Nah.
Vanny's still covered in bones and stuff, or
It
no?
fades after a minute.
Yeah.
I just
It
want
all
to say,
fades
while
back in
Iris
my
is
hair.
asking V about this, V just like breaks eyesight and just looks at Bonnie and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with that lady?"
I've been
Why are
asking
you
the
like
same
this?
question.
Why are you the way you are?
I don't know. She's a bit like she's odd, but she's been all
I'm
the
pretty sure she almost killed the wizard, but whatever.
you know. I almost hit someone too, but you know, I mean,
Hey,
he got
actually,
him.
oh, speaking about your miscomings, why aren't you using that fancy axe?
Why do I need to use a fancy axe when I have a plenty good one I've made myself?
Because this one is better. I did pick it out specially from the pile of treasure just for you, considering you seem to be the only one strong enough to be using it in the first place.
Yeah, you don't want to insult V, do you?
Exactly.
Well,
Pick
no.
up the axe, big woman.
I have it on my back, but I haven't like. I mean, I looked it over, but I don't know. It just
You need to spend more time with it.
maybe.
Really connect with it, you know? As if you had made it yourself.
Tune to it. Forgot.
I mean, I just have very.
Get on a dinner date.
Exactly.
Like, how does that even work? The axes don't eat.
You seem very connected to the one you're using.
Well, I made it myself. It was my first weapon that I've ever made.
I feel like that with this new good axe. Clearly magical.
How do you know if it's magical or not?
It's fucking light when you lift it up. It's
Well,
as
that's
big as me,
Yeah, but
doesn't
that's.
weigh as much.
But it's just I carry it. I know I'm stronger than all of you. That's what V told me, and that doesn't really prove a point that it's magical. I look at Jean Ralphio. Can you know if this is magical?
If it glows, it's magical.
It's not glowing.
It's not. Well, it's not glowing. It had these weird.
Wizard sign.
It had these weird like writing on it. Did you know anything about it?
I look at the writing. Can I make an Arcana check?
While he's making his Arcana check, Stinksack just walks over. He says,
Oh yeah, says right here. Magic axe in Goblin.
I give him the help action. I
Make
give
a
him the help
deception at
action.
advantage. Yeah.
Do I believe him? Do I believe him?
Roll an insight. Make a deception check, Tyler.
Okay.
double natural one. No, they're
Yeah, but-
actually
Oh, no.
No, it's double twos, which is -1 from 2 ones.
So insight is an 18.
Okay, he's full of shit. You don't even think he can actually
Oh,
read,
well.
so that can totally blows the lie out of the water.
Oh my god.
I think I'll politely say to Stinksack, you know, I appreciate that you for the translation, but maybe I'll just ask the wizard here for some. Maybe he's a bit more.
I
Fine.
may require a little. I rolled a 5 + 5, and I may require a little guidance.
Can't do that after the fact, but
Exactly.
I
No,
could-
no. Do
I
it
rolled
before.
a 10. Do the arcane glyphs actually say this is a magical axe and goblin?
You don't read Goblin, so you're not sure. It's possible, but you're not sure. They look like glyphs, but they're not. Doesn't say the words magic axe. Did I say it was written in Elvish? I think last session.
Yes. Was
I
it?
can
Because I
read
can read
Yeah,
Elvish.
then I can read Elvish. So what did
Okay,
it
I
say?
think I can too.
No, it was something that you couldn't read.
Oh,
Rubbish?
What language was it?
Yes, I can
Oh.
read Elvish.
Is it
It's like
dwarven?
trying to read like
Yeah.
nuclear physicist notes in the language that you speak, but you know nothing about nuclear physics.
Fair.
Right. That
I
makes
may
sense.
need to research this a little bit more in order to figure out exactly what this says. But a faster way is to hit something with it and see if it hits it easier.
Or
Not harder, easier.
can I?
Yeah.
Can I make an assumption, like self-assumption, if that actually is a good idea or not?
You can assume whatever you want.
It's an amazing idea.
Can I make an intelligence check?
Sounds to me like somebody's metagaming. What? Did
No, but
somebody say that out loud?
In my perspective as Iris, they found this at a Beastmen camp. They could have used this to be killing people. She's not really. She's not very.
To kill people.
Yeah, but I think in this case, you never know if this belonged to a Beastman. I think in her knowledge of Beastmen, this is sort of the thing, like, should I be carrying the weapon of an enemy to use against them, even though they've used it for evil? I think that's her assumption, like her inner thought.
You use it against the enemy as proof that I've kicked your ass.
I'm not metagaming, I'm perceiving this through Iris as a character.
So what Iris would perceive, and this is just like at face value, not being very worldly, but at face value, you can tell that the spears and bows that the Beastmen were using were a bit more shoddily made, maybe than themselves. The falchion that the Beastman chieftain was using was a bit more well made. This axe is very well made, so it's not from the Beastmen.
It's stolen.
Again, going by assumptions, that this is something that they stole from the caravans or from any groups and or adventurers and or peoples traveling along the road to the village that they had ambushed.
I wonder who this belongs to then. Maybe I should give it back to them.
Belongs to us.
Plot twist, they're dead, so it's...
Beer back.
Okay.
I don't know, it just... You know, I felt...
Have this inner conflict all you want.
Yeah,
but they have a point.
Yeah, I know they have a point. I think it's just more internally. She's a little bit like, I've made my own weapon, so this is shiny, brand new weapon. This feels very alien to me to use it. It doesn't. It feels out of my area of things, you know.
Wait, I want you to tune to it a little better.
You piece of shit. You want me to tune it, you piece of shit. I'm so scared.
So as you're inspecting the axe...
Stop metagaming and attune to the damn axe.
Exactly. As you look at the axe, you look at the writing.
I'm not metagaming. Oh my god.
You hear...
I'll look it up. I'll fool around and look it over while I have a short rest or something like that. I'll figure that out.
So while you're figuring that out, you're reading the writing, you hear a voice much like your own in your head, but more gruff, like an elder of like your village, whisper as you're looking into the writing on this axe. It says, "Our heritage."
Our heritage.
Ah. Nobody said that.
Oh, it's the axe.
Jerry, if you're not going to use it, Sven can take it for
oh no.
safekeeping.
Oh no.
Now that's an idea.
Well, I don't know if you can carry it. That's the thing. I'll just hold on to it for now. I think I don't want to make sure nobody pulls something.
He's offloaded some into dear Mr. Kieran's new bag, so he's got plenty of room. Don't you, Sven?
I would like to say, while all of this was happening, Craig was kind of like slowly meandering around the side to go to Sven, and.
Could I make a history check about what the weapon looks like?
Go ahead.
Let's see. That's an 11. Not, you know.
It's an axe, buddy. It's
it's an axe.
An axe.
It's an axe.
Cool.
Depending on how much you've traveled, which you have, you've seen various cultures have differently made axes. Each culture having its own style of craftsmanship, essentially. So you can notice this maybe from the Dwarven kingdoms, from the Elven kingdoms, but it's not any weapon of renown that you might recognize from like a storybook or anything.
I don't know. It just looks really pretty and more like a mental piece sort of thing than a weapon I'd use. I don't know. Like, I'm in the middle of things, you know? You just let me hold on to it for a bit, and if I really feel like I want to try it out, before we get back into town, I'll give it a shot.
DM,
Alright.
can I attune to the axe?
Are you
Are you
wielding it?
No, but like,
Are you?
You read my
what I
mind.
see,
Do you need
would
to be?
I be able to attune to axe?
Can you be proficient to attune to things?
I don't think
I
so.
do
No,
believe
I
that you
think
do
so.
have to.
You just have to spend a short rest to just be playing
Yeah,
with it.
Yeah,
Not a short rest, 1 hour. You don't even have to
yeah,
rest.
it's 1 hour to attune to an item.
Unless it has a specific attunement, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, you could. Technically, you can get it off.
I know what I'm doing on the next short rest.
Okay.
Alright.
If Iris
Off the
allows
damn
it.
pot.
I mean, if you want, you're gonna hurt yourself, though. I don't think you'd be able to. Can you even carry it? Like, I give it to him? Does it go like...
Cast a disc to catch it.
I cast this to catch it.
Aren't you already focusing on a disc?
No, that would have been before the short rest. It
Yesterday.
only lasts an hour.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
So like,
But I could
in the
preemptively
Oh, that's not-
cast this to like help
then
me
you put
carry
all
it
your
around.
shit on top of the disc, and like you go to like call for a night, and like half an hour passes by,
Everything falls down. We have to start over.
cascades onto the ground underneath it. Just a pile of shit on the ground. You come out in the morning, it's just like a giant mess. Better pack it up on another disc.
We need to work out some kind of system for this shit, because now we're gonna work out.
Where's my wagon?
Back in the town.
Oh
Left
my
it in
God.
town?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
the
we-
means.
We couldn't bring it, my dude. The roads were too rocky.
Right, we should go and give the good news to the villagers that they're
Yeah.
not gonna be eaten by a bunch of beastmen.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have
Should-
the
But
option.
the bad news is that they are going to
Wait.
be eaten by a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, they got a different problem. We should let them know that.
We should teach
We're not
them
being
how
paid
to
for the
eat
second one.
beastmen.
Do you want to make another religion check, Ben? So I gotta give this to you. Come on,
Sure.
man.
Passive
Oh.
religion.
That's a 20. Dirty.
Oh, fuck, finally, there you go. So
As we subtly remember.
the teachings and such. These were
Yeah.
definitely by characteristic ghouls. And knowing that that's the type of undead that you fought, you know that they're scavengers, battlefield scavengers to be exact. So they might have been in the area about, maybe just patrolling in the forest, and either they heard or smelled the battle, or they're after the corpses, and came looking for a meal. And you interrupted them midst snack as they were pulling bodies away from the pile of corpses. If you guys would have just like left the corpses there, they would have just feasted on that and then let you guys be. But John Ralph had to blow them up mid snack, and that offended them.
I look at Stinksack and I say,
Hey,
they were here for you. They could smell you. And I roll a deception check.
Yeah, roll deception.
I'll
What
make
the
it in.
fuck? Is it
The fuck?
unnecessary?
7. Damn it.
11.
Yeah, he's full of shit. There's another reason you might not know it, but
I'm telling you, there's these ghouls came from the earth, smelling goblin flesh, and they wanted to just eat you.
So, at first, Stinksack is like afraid as you're telling him, and then like you kind of stumble over your words, and he goes,
oh, you're trying to pull a fast one.
and he is thinking back in his head, and if he remembers correctly, Will, you had said that the forest is seemed like corrupted in some way, as we kind of like started crawling through. Is it fair to say, putting 2 and 2 together, that this undead presence has an effect? Is that something I could consider?
you don't have quite a familiarity with the undead, so it's not. You would assume that that's part of the case. It's logical, but it's not something that's in your wheelhouse per se. So it may be more of an assumption than a logical string together.
Iris will mention about the wolves that they fought and how they were.
Wait, I just want to mention,
Yeah.
this is where V also mentions that, oh, by the way, that wasn't Dragon Cum. I don't know what that dust was. I don't really care.
I mean, that stuff I sprinkled all over the ground wasn't dragon cum.
No, I mean probably it's just a beastman that didn't have like proper hygiene maintenance of their bag or something. I don't know. Like,
Okay. Nothing to worry about then. Okay,
nothing
good.
to worry about. What could it be? Some magical powder that could like? Oh, that's ridiculous, beastman. Let's just go.
That's a good one, V.
Did you ever give the bag of good berries to me at all?
No,
They'd
not
be
yet.
gone by now.
It hasn't been
Yeah.
24 hours. I got time. Don't
We
worry.
have like I guess until this afternoon, supper time ish.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Iris had mentioned about the wolves that we fought, that they were all mangy and stuff, and more the fact like there wasn't a lot of animals in the woods and that would be depleting its food supply. She wondered if it is the beastmen or if these the undead creatures or both that could be running them out, and why undead creatures are in a forest for all that being said. I look at Kieran
Can
and
you
I
ask that
say,
second part out loud?
yeah, I asked that second part out loud.
As she's saying that, you could note that V and maybe Kieran, you guys would know that that's likely. It's possible. The Undead Kingdom lays in the Empire to the east, and strays wander out into the forests and mountains all the time.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I'd say the dead are everywhere. Wherever there is killing, the dead come. It's just a matter of, it's like a pest. You kill
They
somebody,
come.
and then there's a zombie that comes.
You seem strangely familiar with these creatures, V.
And that happens everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
No, not everywhere I go. I'm not behind that. Don't worry.
Not where I'm
It's
from.
just like my horns. I just say it's part of certain places. That's how it works. Call it a fucked up ecosystem. So just like smile to myself.
You hear Craig at the back where he's slowly getting closer to Sven. Would you even say a malign intelligence?
Nope, no, we've done that joke before.
Damn it!
What's everybody's passive insight?
Ooh, good question.
Insight is
14.
11.
14.
11.
9.
I'm intelligent,
Alright.
not wise.
Yeah, nobody has any idea.
I'm wise, not intelligent.
So, back to town then.
I suppose.
You guys
That's
The
what
best way to
village
describe
first?
it is intelligence is knowing mage armor, wisdom is knowing to use it all the time.
Yeah.
That is so
Before I head
accurate.
out, I would just want to check in on Sven, see how he's doing. You know, he watched all this and then
A little shot
watched
first. He wants to go home.
I would like to pay Sven the silver that he is owed for the day.
He shakily takes it from you.
That guy's
I'll-
not paid enough.
Are we going
I'll-
home yet?
Yeah.
I pat him on the shoulder. We're heading home.
Okay.
Ralphio, how are you doing over there? I want to take a look and
Internal
see if
bleeding.
anything
Oh shit.
really hurt him or what's up.
Here. Here, you can get on my shoulders.
Thank you.
I'll mention to him too. It's like, look, if you want to like give it a whirl with the axe, feel free. But I don't know. I don't think I deserve this.
All right, if it's magical, we'll sell it.
Can we not let the wizard attune to the berserker axe, please? Can we
You
not?
don't. We don't know if it's what it is. I'll
We are
I'll
gonna
say
find out.
I'll say to him too. Like if you want to like spend some time observing it, I could try like swinging it, and you could write notes like observing things.
Yes, I will do that from a safe distance. I have been attacked by one of our party members already. I do not like it. Do not
Yeah,
recommend.
that happened once when I used my first axe when I was about 12. I almost hit someone's arm and cut it off.
I will put mage armor on the second time then. Mage armor does not stack.
That's not how that works, but John F. certainly thinks it does.
And I like tell like a short story of how I built like my first like hand axe to like cut down some kindlewood for a fire, but I didn't connect the blade to the handle very well, so it flew off and it just almost hit somebody in the shoulder. It almost took
How
their
long
arm.
ago was this?
Well, I was just like counting. This was about 13 years ago.
And you've learned this lesson, correct?
14.
You've never made this mistake a second time?
As far as I remember, no.
As far as you remember.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done that ever. I maybe shot an arrow in somebody's knee. And that probably...
Is there a bingo one for an arrow to the knee?
No, but I should have added one.
Or Skyrim references in general, yeah.
Oh, God.
I had to,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
The fact that it was on purpose is just painful.
Alright, so
Back
you guys...
to town, I say.
Yeah, you guys make your way back to the forest. You follow the same path, being that Shizak knows the way. He leads you guys back through the path to get back to the road, and then you hang left to go back to the village to meet up with the villagers again. Let's change the map.
Oh yeah, I took all the Beastmen's head and I put them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
You're not allowed
Okay,
this.
so B is
For
gonna do
curse,
that thing
I'm not
that
carrying them
Loki
around.
does in Ragnarok, where it's like, your savior is here! He just enters the town.
That fits so perfectly. I don't know why, but it
Yes.
fits so damn perfectly. When
Do we have any Beastmen heads or trophies?
oh yeah, like I put them all in a bag, and I was gonna put them in the bag of holding, but I'm having this argument with Kieran. Like, look, they're gonna stink. I think it'd be easy if we put them in the bag. It'll be fine.
I'm not having them in my new
Far as
bag,
you know, it'll
Iris.
continue stinking in the bag.
What do you
And we
mean
just have
your
a
bag?
stinky
Isn't it
bag
for
of holding.
everyone?
Yes, but
Isn't
I'm
it?
carrying it.
Okay, but you know, everybody
So
carries their
much
own
for
weight.
democracy.
Like,
Could we not just
everyone-
like toss most
they're
of the
from
bodies
Earth?
away?
Well, we're
Like,
not.
we only need.
That's what I'm saying. We're just taking the heads, but he doesn't want me to put them in the bag of holding.
first creatures.
Why don't you want to put them in
You
the
get
bag?
the bag of holding, and the first thing you do is put a dead head in it.
I don't think
Preserve the
it's a
bodies.
good idea.
But it sends a message. Their brethren would come and find their heads missing, and they will ask themselves, who is collecting all those heads?
Exactly.
So
is
look at
very
things
true.
like, come on, help me here.
This is very true. Now, you see, the thing is, in war, you often want to take a trophy from your enemy to prove not only to other people that you are the stronger army, but also that to send a message, as V says, to prevent future inquiry against you, the army.
Oh, I was just taking them because I thought they would be good to sell. I've been by places
Who would buy this?
Okay.
I come
Kind
from
of
a
person
merchant
are you?
family. Nobody has
walks-
ever
He's gonna
tried to
walk
sell
to
us a
Iris.
decapitated head.
And he's gonna look at her and he's gonna say, you are a terrible business. I just have to say. This
Well, I
has to
meant,
be
I meant the guy.
worst pitch ever.
I mean, like the guy at the guild there. We could like show him how many we killed, and maybe he'd give us more money. I'm guessing that's how that works.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I mean, yeah, that works, I guess.
About
But,
yes,
I mean,
yeah,
yes.
I need to
Yes,
carry
it
them.
is.
You do realize, like, he's not actually buying the dead bodies, right? He's just giving us a reward.
Well, he's paying
Yeah,
us, and we're going the extra
at
mile.
the very least, we should bring like one as proof of, hey,
Because
these guys are in the
Let's-
woods.
Let's
'Cause
bring
he-
in the biggest.
Because he wanted to know what was going on with the caravans and who did it. Well, show the heads, show the leader head, and we go, well, this is how that works. This is how they took the caravans. We took care of them.
That's
And-
how you get a reputation started. We should do that.
And I'll pull out at this time the 2 bear arms that I had cut off the bears, and I say,
I figure these would also be good evidence of further reward possibilities.
Look,
mean-
I think
I mean, at
we
this
should
point,
just-
yeah.
Exterminating a crisis.
No, we should just take it the safe side and bring everything that we killed. Maybe we can get some money out of it. If we don't, well, whatever. We could just dump it somewhere, right?
Correct.
Just like bring a corpse cart.
Hey, Kieran,
Yeah.
open up that bag for these bear arms.
Bring out today.
Ye want to carry around undead bodies? Ye can carry them around, but they're not going in here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everyone
is
gets
it more-
everyone gets the right to bear arms whether they want to or not.
Very funny, Craig.
I'll say, very well. I'll keep them then.
Iris will go, oh, is it because they're gonna stink in the bag? Is that what's going to happen?
Fine.
I don't know, it's just that they're pretty disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like them either, but, you know, trophies, you know, hunts aren't really pretty either.
Well, we're at a bit of a standstill, aren't we?
Well, you know, it's fine, I'll carry them.
I'll help you.
I'll share the load here. I throw like a bag of 8 heads at him, he goes, whoa.
Wait, give me the small ones. You get the big ones. I'll
Like
bring
the
the small.
the football pass.
So
seeing
if
them
this
fly
game
out.
was being played in person, the miniature for a card would be the vampire corpse card from Games Workshop.
Yes. Yes.
Seeing these fly over, I'll say,
We'll just carry the bear arms.
They're rotting, by the way.
All right.
so Stinksack, following V's lead, is gonna say,
I also add to Stinksack, I like, look, I've kind of gone past that whole thing, but, you know, maybe you could keep them. They could be lucky. I know people have I've seen, like, one guy in town have a rabbit's foot, and he says it's lucky.
I mean, maybe. Let's be honest. It's
Mm.
just bad meat, mate, right now, right?
But, I mean, you could use the claws for something else. Make it into a
Yeah.
necklace, or, you
Back
know,
scratcher.
I mean, there's that.
No. Yeah, I got 2 back scratchers. I'll work on them.
Yeah, just
Hey.
you might want to file the claws a bit before you do that.
What if you had a really cheap bag?
Who's
what-
next to John Ralphio
Oh,
right
what color are those claws exactly, my dude?
Like,
They're-
Black.
they're like black.
They're black claws. Frig off.
now? Oh, quick
Except,
question.
except for this hand, which is a white claw.
We got there, people.
I hate it.
So, quick question to the DM: who would be sitting right next to John Ralphio at this moment while they're discussing like collecting body parts?
I think V would be in the back of the cart arguing over body parts with them. So
Okay, who's not arguing body parts?
Vanny's definitely sitting with you.
I go to Vanny. I go, are we the bad guys?
Oh dearie. Bad, good. None of it really matters when we all die.
All right, we're the bad guys.
That tracks.
Nobody tell Kieran. Nobody
To
tell
be
Kieran.
perfectly clear, if Craig had gone to answer that, we would have had a very different result.
those 5 goblins on the map?
No, they're townspeople.
Okay.
I was representing them with
It's a town full
It's a
of
goblin town.
Yeah, it's the
Surprise!
town folk. Oh,
you
it's the
come
town
out-
folk bad.
Did you leave
It's-
your
it-
cart in town or at the edge of the forest when you left it?
I thought
We
we,
left
left
it-
it. With the
We left it at a
forest.
stable.
Yeah, we left it in town.
Yeah, they had like a
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah. Okay. So you come back and the cart's still there. Horses are still there. You can see that the Beastmen corpses you guys left on the ground after abruptly leaving the following morning after defeating them have been pulled into the ditch on the side of the road.
You know what? That's a much better corpse disposal unit than we've got going right now. Not gonna lie.
I mean, we're more into making corpses, not disposing of it business. So yeah.
Plus, like armed corpses, like biodegradable, anyways. So like, when
Yeah,
people
they make.
walk
I
out,
hear,
they,
but
like,
I hear they make
carry it
amazing
from one point.
fertilizer. Like these people could really use that right now. What with their farming not being so good right now, with the Beastmen coming in.
It's not
Like,
because
what
the
we
land is
should do is
arable,
like
though, you
preemptively
fuck-ass.
bring
It's
like
just been
tree saplings
radiated.
with us.
And actually, I probably should talk to the butcher because this is really good meat right here. Don't want to just leave it by the side of the road. Hey, if it's still here on our way out, we're getting some.
Dry aged corpse.
Beast jerky.
Thanks, I hate it.
I am not making that. You could do that yourself.
You guys arrive to the town. The people kind of poke their heads out as you're coming in. They're still milling about their day because it's morning. Yes, about midday. By the time you get back. You've returned. You see it's the young man you were talking to originally.
Yeah, dude. Like, it was a little touch and go there, but yeah, we took care of the issue, my dad.
Oh.
Do we have an actual pile of dead beastmen?
What?
Like heads?
Yeah, we've got. If you want to look, but probably don't want to.
No, I believe you. You guys took out the raiding party that came to attack the town. I'm sure you're able to handle yourselves. You can keep the heads, please.
Hold the head, you sure? I mean, it would look on a wall like pretty nice.
You see like a whole bunch of kids fucking scream across the room.
That's so scattering. Just holding the head. It's disgusting. Please stop. No, it's fine. Please put it away. Please.
Fine. Gee, I put it back in some bag.
I'm sorry, sir. Some of these people are animals.
Still thankful for saving our village, as eccentric as you might be.
We're here to collect payment.
If we're animals, then at least Iris will protect us.
Ha. He kind of looks confused at Singsack and goes, "Oh, we didn't.
Find it.
It's alright, sir. You don't need to pay us.
But I kind of look between Karen and Singsack, a little confused and a bit worried.
No, dude, don't worry. We get paid in like the goodness that we do for you.
So we're going back to Altdorf, where we are gonna get paid for real.
Was that Tyler?
My hand is still out, and I'll just like put up my other hand and look towards Kieran and say, "Why not? Try to get a little bit more here, huh? Hey, shh.
These people don't have anything.
We don't. We're just getting some food back.
Is he wearing a shirt?
Barely.
Hey.
He's in like rags and pants.
Was
They
any of the
could always
supplies?
have less.
Go.
Was
Danny,
any?
what the fuck?
What the? What's the supplies that we got? Was any of that belonging to the town, like food or anything like that?
Hey, shh.
Yeah, we're giving them that.
No, I'm out of character. I'm asking.
We're giving them that.
The trade goods you retrieved, acquiesced, were destined for. Well, yes.
Alright, hold on a second. So you're telling me that we're gonna give you all these trade goods? You ain't gonna give us jack?
Well, no, they were intended for the town anyway, from Altdorf.
Also, we're getting paid by the Altdorf adventure.
ACAB.
Adventure. Yeah, we're getting paid by ACAB for doing this, dude.
Oh, you got an adventuring guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. No wonder you were so well equipped to handle the situation.
Oh yeah, no. Imagine if we just came here by accident, my dude. That'd be fucking weird.
It would be, yes, weird, as you would say, quite circumstantial, but nonetheless,
At the very least, At the very least, is my wagon well prepared?
Yeah, he gestures, but you guys passed it as you walked in. The horses were as well groomed as they could be. It's not, outdoor stable levels, but, they were groomed, they were fed, they were watered. They knew you'd be back within the day or two.
And do you have a couple extra carrots for our troubles?
Oh, for the horses? Oh, I think so. Yeah, we can spare. And he motions someone that's in the garden behind the house.
I whisper at Kieran, and I go, "Hold on." I
Congratulations.
walk proudly towards the stables.
And he comes back with like a handful of carrots and goes, "It's a long ride, so here, please feed them well, and a couple of extra in case you want to snack on something too." Thank you so much.
Thanks, my dude. This is like totally gracious. We will remember this always.
I mean, it's deserved, but okay, yeah, sure. We'll remember it. What's your name?
My name's Steven.
Steven. I don't like it.
That you don't have to like his name. That's his name.
You smash the carrots.
No.
You use his name. He's like, we'll have to figure something else out for dinner tonight, but anything to pay you guys for.
I mean, we brought you all your trade goods, my dude. I mean, there's gotta be something in the cart.
Now, are you gonna give
I
him the
toss
dinners?
him one bear claw.
Yeah, we're giving him the trade. Craig starts like unloading the trade goods that were supposed to go to town.
Did
He's
I
like, I'm sure
say-
you'll find something in here anyway, my dude. I know there was
So
wheat.
there's a lot of wheat. Yes, you can't necessarily mill that and to flour to bake the bread, which their bakery is not active at the moment. Their wood mill is in disrepair, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Will, can I get an answer to my question?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
They'll make couscous.
You can answer it out loud, Will. I don't mind.
Around here?
Yeah, have I noticed? Or
Not
is
yet.
it...
Not as yet, no.
So...
Especially not particularly in this town. You have to go further north for that.
Okay.
I would like to do something.
Yes, V.
I go to the elder of the village and I go, on a scale to 1 to 10, how grateful are you that we saved you?
V.
Oh, well,
Really?
And
I
his
just raised my
Ask, my
finger.
dude.
Young man, that's very inconsiderate.
the old man was standing
Assume
behind
that he can count.
Whatever the greatest would be on that scale, a 10, I would assume, if not more.
That's enough. That's all I needed. As I just walk away.
Vanny will walk up.
Gratification.
Vindication.
Vindication.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
May I have a word with you?
Okay. And he kind of just sits and waits and leans in.
She'll take a seat by the well. Are you absolutely certain that you must live here?
Yes, this is our town.
What if I were to tell you that there is plenty of land where I come from that is much safer for your people? Deeper in the Empire.
No, I believe with the threat that's been defeated that we'll be saved, we'll be protected by the Empire now. They
Oh dear,
some guards, and we've resupplied our town, the Beastmen threat's been defeated. We should be safe for some time.
Dear young man, we've merely staved off the wolves at your door. They'll be back. If you wish, I could ask some of my children to come and help you rebuild.
Oh, you have children?
Oh, many.
Oh, well, we can... He looks around to like the dilapidated village. We can use all the help we can get.
Certainly, I was planning to have some of them move north anyways. This will merely be a stop along the way. After all I've done for you, the least I could do is send some of my grandchildren to come and lend a helping hand.
I can't remember that this is on a well-traveled road, and you might come back here, just saying.
The great-great-grandchildren.
There you go, okay.
Oh my god. This sounds so fucking ominous when you say it. My god.
Don't worry about it. You just gotta be
I
family.
meant to
I stand by.
Yeah,
stand
no,
by
no.
my original opinion. Vanny is the big bad.
Not worry about
We're
it.
traveling with the big bad.
Oh my god.
That's not an opinion,
Love
it's a
her.
fact.
'Cause I am looking for somewhere for them to settle,
Yeah.
and this is...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, town would have been cool, but this is even closer to, like, the kind of business that we run, so they can move on from here later.
He's a family business. He wants to open up shop here. What's wrong with
Well,
that?
not quite here, but, you know, further
Yeah.
along.
As I said, like, not around here. This would be
Further
more
north.
for, like, arable land and lumber. But yeah, further north. But,
You know,
like, this is the
those are
path to-
businesses I could dip into.
There you go, see?
I should diversify my portfolio. Different strings of income.
She's just an old business lady, guys. Come on.
Enter the lumber industry. Tea leaf wood. Definitely not made with the blood of children.
So yeah, he will accept your assistance and will take in your great grandchildren to help rebuild the village, and then we'll put them to work, and then
I will need some time to pick out the ones I'll be sending.
of
They
course.
are not like other halflings, but you should like them just fine.
Derek,
I'm
what the
excited to meet them. Oh no. I'll look later.
I made a meme of like the family size jerky, but I replaced all the references to beef to Beastmen.
Oh my
And
god.
like the logo was replaced with the picture I made earlier of the Beastman family.
Oh
So
my
when it says
God.
family size, you wonder what you mean.
Thanks, I hate it. I'll look at that in a second. You
He's gonna
guys-
post it to his Twitter page, so look out for it.
So you guys pull up to the village with the trade goods, with your goods in tow. You hand off the trade goods. The able-bodied villagers, whatever remain of them, will help you unload and take whatever of the goods that they can, and immediately they put them to work. Like they put the ingots into the blacksmith, and they'll put the wood to the side and start like being like, okay, put something from this building, from that building, we need to repair this part from that building, etc., etc. So I think you'd like to do with the village as well.
I'm definitely helping unloading their trade goods and like taking them where they need them to go.
You see, Steven is the one directing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
delegating.
So every now and then I'd come up to him with a crate, and be like, "Where do you want this, my dude?"
That's it. He'll so for a second that building, and he'll like direct you where you need to go.
Oh, Kieran would warn Steven about the undead creatures that we ran into.
Oh,
Just as a side note.
no
As
need
a
to worry
side
about
note.
those scavengers, the occasional zombie or skeleton that strays away from Sylvania. This far up, it's weird that you
Get
saw
an
a pack of
occasional
them,
one.
but it's occasionally, exactly. Nothing we can't handle. It's the advanced tactics of a Beastman scouting party that, you know, just to the village, hard to put up a fight against.
Of course.
I think I'll take the axe and I'll go to the blacksmith and ask him if he knows if what it was made from, like how it was made or what it was made from, and who possibly could have made it.
You asking
Just kinda-
people in town, or
Or the blacksmith.
give me a second here. High or low?
I'm sorry?
Pick one, high or low.
Uh-oh. Low.
Hi?
Blacksmith's dead. So,
Oh. That's sad.
He died
The
originally.
Ah.
So when he first came to the city, the only people that were left were a couple of farmers. So he got taken in one of the batches before that. So they put the supplies where the blacksmith should be, but they'll just wait for another one to come from Altdorf.
Oh, great.
You think you'll get a better question once you get back to Altdorf? Because
Yeah, I think
there's all
it'll
sorts
work.
of tradesmen there. They'll be able to tell you where it's from.
Okay.
Almost like specifically, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fun. I want you to wash all my armor for me.
It doesn't even work for you.
Doesn't even go here.
Doesn't even go here.
I think Vanny wants that. Isn't that right, Madam Tea Leaf?
Sorry, what are we discussing?
I asked Sven to clean all my armor.
Oh. Sven, do as you wish.
Then is intimidated and not sure how to act. He wants to.
I would like to tell Sven.
Sven, do what you wish. Pick
Then
Roy.
you're not a slave.
But she and he. And he's like looking between like Vanny, Stinksack, and Kieran, like glancing, not sure how to reply to this. But you get like mumbles of like, but I'm hired by her, and you, but him, but you, someone. You're stuttering.
Simple request. Do as you please.
I'm not.
Pick the right choice.
Kieran walks over and casts Prestidigitation on Stinksack's armor. Cleans it.
Oh,
Damn. That's something fancy. Lucky this time, Sven. Job, Kieran. I'll remember you next time.
In my headcanon, this entire conversation happened with Stinksack completely naked. And he just handed it in his armor with his
Oh
underwear.
my god.
I just had like a Dobby tunic on.
Just a little potato sack.
Master has presented Stinksack with a sock. It's for my
fucking
dick.
Stinksack. It's just Winnie the Poohing it. Like he just has a shirt on.
Winnie the
my
Pooh
God.
in it. That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
And
I
we've
wanna
gone off
get-
the rails again.
Of course.
One more
As-
thing. I want to get a note from like, Steven or the village elder saying that we delivered the supplies that they were missing.
Oh, good idea.
So you want it so you can learn how to forge the signature. Got it.
High or low?
Low.
Okay, so we can write.
Perfect.
Really? I was going to give you
Can
two
write
shots
me
because you
too.
asked either of them. So. But no, you got that one, so there you go. So he can write. He goes, proof. So of course. Do you have paper and quill? Kind of scratches his head.
Do I?
I would, but it's a fancy stuff. I wouldn't let me use them.
I have forgery kit, which
would
would
have it.
include those things.
It would, yes. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Well, the piece of paper. And
This would be
then
the
Yeah,
most
I hand
authentic
him the
forgery of
paper.
all time.
he signs it,
Yes.
to whom it may concern. This is the village elder in training, Stephen from Brockhole, confirming that the adventurers did indeed return the stolen goods and defeated the Beastmen threat. Signed, that. I know. Go on.
Kind of an unorthodox use of a forgery kit, but you know.
Yes, Greg.
You use what you can.
Hi, sorry, don't mean to like step in on this moment right now, but village elder in training.
Well, yes. He kind of gestures to the village elder, who is, might die tomorrow, might die in a week, you're not sure. Very fucking old. And in times like these,
Emphasis
without
on
modern
elder.
medicine, is that he will take his place when he should perish.
Can I do a medicine just for funsies? Just a medicine check, just looking at him.
Good.
I rolled a 10.
He's old. He could croak anytime now. He's like ancient, not just like elderly ancient.
All right. Question answered. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. And I can go back to just carrying the stuff around and putting it where they need it.
Hey, Stephen.
Yes?
Now look, looks like we got you all set up here. You know, you got all your trade goods, you got good defenses up and running. Once again, I got me carrots. I overheard your conversation with Craig there, and you said that you're eldermen in training, yes?
Yes.
Would you like us to speed that up a bit and maybe make you Stephen Elderman? In
Looks
exchange-
at the elder, looks back at you. What do you? Are you?
I just blinking my eye at him.
He turns to Craig and goes, "Is he really insinuating?"
Probably, yeah. It's not... I will say, though, the opinions of the little dude do not represent the opinions of the party as a whole.
They made that abundantly clear very recently.
He comes at us a little bit out of left field sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he's probably being sincere.
It's
It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Fucking Derek. Fuck you.
And, you know, we'll be here until tomorrow. Just leaving it out there.
You guys want to spend the night and day here?
We
Yes.
get going.
What time is it right now?
It's just after midday.
Will we get
let's
back to
probably-
Altdorf in time?
Yeah.
Never mind, Stephen. You have to think quickly.
How long is it
You
trek
have to
from
make
here
it-
to... It's not...
It's
The
like
town
we're
in
in-
between us.
yeah, exactly. It's
Is it not one day to the next town though?
Kootenholz.
Kootenholz. It's about.
Yeah,
so you'll get there just at like nighttime. It'll be nighttime when you're arriving, or soon before you get there. And then it's
We can get back in time to keep partying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. You get there like the last day.
The
right.
last day's
The
the
best
best
day.
day.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go!
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's go.
Alright, dude,
Okay.
well, we're gonna go. We're gonna
Oh,
hit up
rest.
Kootenholz for the last day of Festag. It's gonna be great. It's been great meeting you guys. You all seem like totally vibing.
Stephen, last opportunity.
No. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It wouldn't take much time. That's all I'm saying.
He looks at the rest of the party. Can you put a hand on him, please?
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry, he's a bit abrasive.
I'm like, don't worry, I got this. Hey, Stinkstack, we're heading out. Why don't you go pick up some dead meat from the ditch to take on the journey?
Shit, you hear me yell. It's like,
Guy is gonna like
See?
just show up to Stinkstack, happening at times, and be like, "The old man's going to bed. Are we doing this or not?"
yes, we're doing it. Do it.
What is wrong with
He
you?
dives into the ditch, the
Oh my
corpses, to try and get some meat off of them.
Craig turns to Steven. Problem solved, my dude.
Thank you for your help. Please have a safe trip. Thank you again.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Yeah, and
Pray Sigmar.
And honestly, if you have any more issues, feel free to contact me to come back. I don't know my mom's address because she never ever told me what it is, and I just know how to get there drunkenly. But
right to the guild.
or you can contact me at the Temple of Sigma Theta Chi, my dude.
Oh, okay. People.
Either or is good, my man.
We'll be
Like,
sure to reach out for any other help. Thank you again. Thank you.
yeah, the
Either
guild
or.
is good if you need any adventure, but if you want me specifically, it's best to go directly through the temple. They get to me directly. The bros know what to do.
Okay.
William, can I roll an insight check to see if they're gonna actually contact us if ever there's more trouble?
Go ahead.
That's an 8.
Maybe.
That's
I
a
have
very
passive
solid
insight of
maybe.
14.
Maybe.
He's sincerely doubting it.
Okay.
Yeah. The more you talk, the more he doubts it.
Okay. And you know what?
Seems
And on
alright.
the end, and on that note, we're gonna head out. It's great meeting you, Steven. Totally vibing with this place. Love it. Yeah.
As you say that, one of the
Vibing
roofs
with
caves
this-
in.
Desolate. Yeah.
Like the
Not
last
so
roof caves in, and you hear like
Not so much vibing with
screams
that.
inside the house as people run
Oh
out.
no.
Dust comes out of the door.
I gotta say that was unfortunate timing. I'm gonna let you go deal with
I'm
that.
gonna go deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. And he like takes off to the building.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god, Craig, the ears are still fresh.
And now I'm gonna go deal with that.
All right. So two things. First thing, defeating the ghouls in that encounter grants everyone 60
Oh.
experience points.
Nice.
Ah.
6-0. Well, on your way to level 3.
Yep. We're up to 619 XP, ladies and gent.
Wow, very close. Very, very close.
We're 300 XP away.
We should kill the villagers first.
For real.
No,
I will
No.
not grant experience for that.
I will not grant you party
they're,
allowance.
they're all commoners. If there are some nobles in there, maybe. If you guys want to sack and kill everyone in Crudenholes, I'll give you some
No.
XP for that. Okay.
No.
That comes later.
Okay. And on that note, I think that's a good place to end it for tonight.
Alright.
We will reconvene in 2 weeks, where you guys will assumedly arrive in Crudenholes. We'll just say that you guys traveled there, no trouble. You'll arrive at Crudenholes, see if you want to do anything there. If not, then head to Altdorf to finish off the last day of the Festag. And
Nice.
I love how like we just got out of there, like okay, finally we stopped like bypassing or going past all the plots, and we're just going back to bypassing all the plot points because they're like, hey, one last day of party.
One more day of party.
Oh my god.
Ben, you excited for that?
William's
John
just
Ralph-
like, don't have to
Craig
make
and
much
John
for
Ralph
next
here
week.
going
Got it.
out.
It's like an episode of a show where it's like, you start with a party, but then some mystery occurs, but then you manage to end with everyone showing back up. It's like, yeah, we've been here this whole time. Nothing went on in the background. We didn't solve a murder.
Nothing suspicious, nothing to ask for, don't worry about it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and end that there. Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye later, guys.
Alright.